Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Hello, Havman. Hello, Neo. It's lovely to see you both in chat and active already. How are we doing today on this lovely Saturday? I almost forgot today was Saturday. Like, there was a point where I woke up this morning and I was like, I think there's something I need to do this morning. Because I went and I did my workout because I haven't done a workout this past week because I've just been so busy. And so I was finally like, okay, I'm going to do a workout. And then I was like, oh, I also have to go to the market today. It's Saturday. So I did. And that was lovely. Hello, Raymond. It's lovely to see you. How you doing? And now we're here. And then I remembered that it's also Saturday, which means that there's a brand new episode of Zets tonight. And I'm very...
And it won't be a clip show.
And it won't be a clip show. I freaking hope so. Let's go. I'm actually... very hyped for tonight's episode of Zets. And also I'm making tacos. So that should be delicious. I think I have enough tortillas. I may have to run and go get tortillas.
Damn it.
But it's okay. I need the chicken to boil, so I'll just do it while I'm getting that started. So that'll be fine. But it occurred to me that like, I'm not sure we have any left from the last time. Anyways, the point is taco night. Taco night and Zets night, and I'm very hyped for it. You guys may or may not have joined me yesterday, and if you did, thank you for that evening stream. I got a lot of work done cleaning up a part of the wargaming room, and I actually went back and I looked at what I had done yesterday because I realized afterwards, I was like, man, I was tired. I hope I did an actual okay job of laying these out. Like, I didn't actually make all of their poses really dumb, or like the scenes kind of don't make sense or something like that. But honestly, I was pretty happy with it. I especially like what I did on the actual terrain piece that I have from Joy Toy, where I put the mech alongside the Kriegsguardsmen as well as the Sisters of Battle. It honestly turned out pretty cool. I have also, since last night, added one thing to the side that has none of the Joy Toy on it anymore. And that is the mech that I just finished building last stream. So Catgirl and her big walking mech are basically, it's tiered because the display that they're on is a like, it's the same piece of furniture facing the opposite direction of each other, and it goes in a pyramid shape down. Like it goes, it's like a right angle triangle. Is that isosceles?
Acute.
An acute triangle.
No, acute is smaller than 90.
Oh, okay. So what is that triangle called? I don't actually know. But it basically makes it's a step. And so on each of the steps, I have the Wing Gundam Verka that I built. I have the Zoid Liger that I built, and then I have now the Macross Variable Fighter Girls combo mech, which I'm very excited for. And then eventually I want to add probably some more of the Tamiya tanks that I've built. I did move the 2 military vehicle toys that I had because they weren't things that I had either built or painted myself. I ended up moving them over to the Joy Toy side on the very bottom shelf because now they're kind of out of the way. I probably realistically won't put too many like Joy Toy action figures down there because I don't have them anymore, and I probably won't buy like a huge number. Like I do want to get down the line maybe some of the Death Guard and maybe like 1 or 2 Night Lords because they're very cool. But I don't have like ambitious plans to like collect everything, right? So I don't need a huge amount of more space. So I think that's going to be the plan. And then the other side could be left open for scale models and or Gunpla or the like. Like I haven't decided, because we do have, I'm talking about like decorating. Well, it's important. It's important to me because I like to have spaces to display the work that I do because it inspires me to do more work. Because then I go, oh yeah, that was fun to build. I should do another one. So I really like having it on display. So we have a space in the 3D printing / like former Lego room, which still has Lego in it technically, but we're just not using it as like a dedicated Lego build space. It's now just more of our like plastic build space. And so in that room, we've cleared some stuff and made it so that I can put some of the scale models in there too. So I haven't fully decided how I want to arrange it, but maybe the like colored plastic models will go in. So Gunpla, other mechs, other anime like style things would all go in on that space, and then maybe the historical military stuff would go in the 3D printing room. I don't know. We'll decide later, but I'm very pleased with how we're opening up space to be able to put more projects on display, because that means we can do more projects here. Speaking of which, we do have one that we're going to be working on later today. I think we showed it off a little bit recently, but I'm going to show it off again. So I'm going to be getting some of the priming work done, and that's really all I'm going to be doing on it, for this Lighthawk sword from Tenchi Muyo. Mainly, I'm going to end up priming the gems, part of the hilt, or part of the, I mean, this whole thing is the hilt. Part of the part that connects to the actual saber itself and ends up being like purple. And then I think there's like one or two other things that need priming. So we're going to be working on that later. But in the meantime, I do have a couple of videos I wanted to share with you guys before we got started. So I think we should go ahead and probably jump into that, unless you had anything you wanted to say. All right. Then in that case, let me switch over here. Oop, actually not that one. We're going to do you want me to do Squidmar first, or do you want me to do the playing cards first?
Do playing cards first. It's the shorter video.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and start with this Extra History video. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Extra History, they're a really cool educational channel. Like they're an edutainment channel for sure. And they cover a lot of different things. They cover historical, just here's history stuff. But they also have an entire section that talks about video game and video game design. This one in particular is going to be talking about the history of playing cards, which playing cards are pivotal in game development. Like, we would not have Balatro without playing cards. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited to watch it. Let me go ahead and hit play and we'll get started. I also am going to make sure that I can hear it, because I didn't check to make sure my headphone's connected.
Oh, my head. Where am I? Wait, where's my lectern? Good evening, Mr.
I hear nothing. Okay.
Remember, I told you I turned your Bluetooth off the other day, and you need to turn it back on.
That's right. I forgot you turned it off. Thank you.
Why do I tell you things?
Because one of these days it'll sink in my brain, and I'll do I'll follow up correctly on the thing you told me.
Hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. 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 Cool. All right. So now, without further ado.
Oh, my head. Where am I? Wait, where's my lectern?
Good evening, Mr. Crow.
Oh.
I'm pleased to see the serum has worn off. Now it's time for a little game.
Okay, who are you? Look, if this is about Zoe's catnip business, I can explain with
This has nothing to do with your cat, Mr. Crow. I've been watching.
Good evening, God to the Zilla. How you doing?
Wait, so you subscribed on YouTube or over on Nebula? A creator-owned and operated streaming
I'm not one of your regular viewers. I am your replacement.
I'm sorry, what?
You see, I am a man with a vision. A vision and a near infinite budget of tokens.
I really like the artist. I don't know actually who the artist or the team of artists that might be working on Extra Credit is, but I really like their like robot and sci-fi and fantasy like aesthetic.
I must first deal with you.
Ooh, nice double entendre transition to the episode topic. I'd like to see your AI do that.
Henchman,
The game is poker. 5 cards, high stakes.
the rules are simple. If I win, you shutter extra history, making way for my data centers to drink Earth's water and
Ew,
convert it into
boo!
mystical
No
scripts
data
from your
centers.
Scripts.
Ooh, but what if I refuse to play and just turn this into an episode about the history of playing cards?
Do not tempt me.
Into having a good time? Great, let's go!
I appreciate his energy. I genuinely appreciate his energy.
Real quick before I'm animated again, I gotta tell you that the Kickstarter for our History Happens Everyday calendar is live now, and if you back it early enough, you'll get quite a deal. You'll see what I mean after the episode. That is Zoe rescued.
I wonder if I saw him at
Zoe!
Open Sauce, potentially.
Your first hand, Mr. Crow.
Like, honestly, legit. Like, I was looking at him going, you know, I
Cards,
may have
cards.
seen him
Really
and not
curious
realized
things,
it.
aren't they? Take this hand. Aces and eights. The dead man's hand. Ominous.
You're not supposed to show us your cards. Henchman, redeal.
No thanks, I like these ones. Say, do you know why it's called the dead man's hand? Well,
No,
it's
actually, I
because
don't.
Infamous cowboy Wild Bill Hickok was holding this hand when he was shot dead in a saloon, creating a name and tradition.
Whoa. Is that actually? That's, I mean, I don't think he would lie to me. It's extra history. They tend to do their research and find this out. That's so cool. I did not know that the dead man's hand was because literally a man that was shot in the head and then died was holding that hand. Crazy. Oh, that's so cool. We're going to learn so much.
Because even this common, unremarkable deck emerged from a millennium of cultural evolution, forming an interconnected story woven through the fabric of global history and lived human experiences that span centuries. Think about it. A deck of cards can fit into nearly any historical sense, be it an Old West saloon, medieval tavern full of boisterous peasants, a modern casino where a suave secret agent duels a less than scrupulous billionaire, or wherever the heck we are where an animated host is fighting against, who are you, like Darren Aronofsky? Doesn't matter. But we even place superstitious meanings on these random number generators. I mean, they are related to tarot cards after all. We actually did a whole short about that a bit ago.
Oh my Claude on a cross.
How do you make that thumbnail appear above us, boss?
Never mind that. Make a wager, Mr. Kroll.
Okay, well, I would wager that you've never thought just about how much this ordinary deck of cards, with its numbers, faces, and jokers, all got this way. Because these cards we're holding didn't just spring into existence fully formed and perfect.
That's true. I don't actually know how the suits and stuff actually formed. I can kind of presume how the number
process that stretches hundreds of years and spans the entire globe.
They can,
from
yes,
China and the Middle East to
they counted and added them up, but then like I assume the Jack, the King, and the Queen came into play because of some monarchy, probably British, but who knows? Maybe it's like Spanish or something like that. Is where like that tied in. I have no idea where the suits come in. Interesting.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, well, let's continue on and find out.
to Europe and on to America.
Please stop flashing your
Do you think I
cards.
would notice a cartoon character walking around at Open Sauce? You know, valid.
That the earliest evidence
Valid.
that
I think I probably-
Surprised,
gaming
actually. There were a
cards
few.
can be
There were
found
a number.
in 9th century China during the Tang Dynasty. Various sources reference a leaf game being played, but its specifics have been lost. Plus, the leaves themselves were probably only part of a system that also involved dice and a board. But then, Chinese drinking games also
Board
used
games.
cards that
Where's the
provided
result?
written rules and forfeits.
It
and a game
is
called
downstairs.
Money still makes use of money cards, featuring various amounts of coins divvied into 4 suits. They acted as substitutes for actual currency, kind of like how these poker chips we're using today do.
Correct. Like the ones you're supposed to be wagering right now. I don't think you understand how dire your situation
See,
is.
around this time, card decks used in games, such as Ganjifa, were developing in Persia. The Ganjifa deck consisted of 8 suits of 12 cards, and each suit's 12 cards consisted of 10 number cards, featuring motifs such as swords, cups, coins, and polo sticks, as well as 2 court cards, the king and his advisor, the vizier.
Okay,
See,
so that's
now
where they
this
came
is a
from,
hand
court
that's starting to
cards.
look a little more familiar, right?
Would you stop showing me? Wait, how did you change the cards?
I show my turf, my man. Anyway, Egyptian cards, sometimes called Mamluk cards after the ruling dynasty, followed a similar pattern, probably descending from the Persian style. And one deck
That's
actually
cool.
survived from the 15th century and consisted of, what do you know, 52 cards and 4 suits. These were cups,
Whoa!
swords, coins, and polo sticks. The sport of polo originated in Persia. As well as the 10 pip cards, there were now 3 court cards, consisting of a king, his deputy, and his under-deputy, though these cards didn't usually depict the personages on their faces. Intriguingly, though,
Hello,
traces
Alex.
of the
Lovely to see
influence
you.
Of the earlier Chinese money cards can be found on Mamluk cards. They actually used their own version of the Chinese word for the highest number coin cards, myriad, meaning 10,000.
So you're saying there's a link all the way back to Chinese paper cards? Don't encourage him.
Exactly, henchman. Everything's connected somewhere down the line. And given the steady westward travel of playing cards, it should then be no surprise that they began to appear in medieval Europe. In Barcelona in 1380, there was mention of a man described as a painter and playing card maker, and 3 years earlier, in 1377, records in the Italian city of Florence detailed a playing card ban. And more such bans start
A
to appear
ban?
throughout cities across Europe over the next 4 decades.
I wonder if it's because they were already starting to see like a gambling problem tied to the playing cards or something. Maybe they were just trying to suffocate frivolity. Who knows? But that's really like, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew playing cards like went back. I didn't realize they started as literal leaves potentially in China, which is pretty cool. And I didn't realize that Egypt was where we saw like the first set of like 52 card deck, which is really actually cool. I wonder if I've seen any of those. I wonder if they have any on display in the British Museum, because I went there and saw that, like the Egyptian display, when I did go to London once. And I wonder, I can't remember if I saw playing cards or not. They did also have, I don't think was it Persian? Did they have a Persian display? Maybe they did. Maybe I saw some of the Persian cards too. Like that would definitely feel like something that at minimum they'd have like a replica of, which could be pretty neat. But I genuinely do not know. Hello, Rob. It's lovely to see you. How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and get the video back going.
Which does a really good job charting their spreading popularity. Of course, these bans were due to cards pretty quickly becoming associated with vice, as people liked combining playing, drinking, and gambling.
You are
My
gambling
gosh.
with your very existence, Mr. Kroll, if you don't cease this stalling.
Hold on there, boss. Maybe we should let him speak. I mean, this is way more interesting than your puddin'-faced Teddy Roosevelt videos. Aw, thanks, Henchy. Now, the same year as the Florentine ban, a German monk named Johannes, living in a monastery in Switzerland, left a record describing playing cards and their various uses. The cards, sometimes described as coming from Saracens or Moors, were clearly descended from the Mameluke deck and divvied into 4 suits: swords, cups, coins, and clubs. Yeah, apparently Europeans weren't really familiar with polo, so they swapped the polo stick for a club. And a single pip card became known
Makes sense.
as an ace after the Old French as, meaning 1. The Mamluk court cards were also given a more European flavor, consisting initially of a...
That makes sense. I did not know the French word for 1 was ass. Like, is it still that? AS, but pronounced ass? Which is hilarious.
a king, knight, and page. These styles, first seen in Italy and Spain, are still popular in Southern Europe and are sometimes called the Latin suits.
Oh, like you said in your tarot deck short. Don't make him do the thumbnail thing again. That was spooky.
Precisely. By the mid-15th century, Germany was a prominent playing card manufacturer, using processes linked to the woodcutting industry in cities like
Ooh, that's
Nuremberg.
cool.
Now, card decks back then were expensive, hand-painted, and larger than their modern versions. Actually, a 1379 entry
Oh,
into the financial
I wonder how
records
much larger.
of the Duke of Luxembourg noted an expense for purchasing decks of playing cards with the same value as 8.5 sheep. Don't know why they were cutting the sheep in half for value propositions, but you know.
8.5 sheep worth of playing cards?
That's a lot of wood.
That's a lot of wood. That's a lot of playing cards. I mean, I guess it depends on like how expensive they actually were. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I've seen like the game store that I worked at had a pretty substantial playing card section for a long time because we sold a lot of playing cards to collectors, because there's a whole collector like thing for playing cards in the same way that TCGs have stuff. Like they will look for specific designers, they'll go for like various companies. Like it's a level of like card quality, the designs itself, and how like cool it is to do tricks with. Actually, if you're a pro wrestling fan and you like Shayna Baszler, you're probably mildly familiar with the modern like card collecting scene, because she does like card tricks. And I definitely have seen her have some of the higher end brands. I don't know if they're like the super, super high end sets that they make, because a lot of these brands have like some, you know, we can you can definitely afford this as a normal human being. And then they have some that are like stupid expensive. But like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's fascinating how it's all tied together. All right, let's continue on. I still can't believe 8.5 sheep.
You know what? To each their own. Plus, German manufacturers also began to stamp their own styles on the decks. Swords, cups, clubs, and coins were replaced with Germanic pastoral depictions, like leaves, hearts, falcon bells, and acorns. Though exact designs could vary, like in Switzerland. Shields sometimes replaced the heart, and roses the leaves. And the oldest surviving complete set of European playing cards, the Flemish hunting deck, created in the Netherlands in the 1470s, depicts hunting paraphernalia like dog collars and horns.
Hey, boss,
That's cool.
You could get cards made with all your favorite stuff on them, like piranha tanks, crypto, Sam Altman, dames tied to railroad tracks. Now that's an exciting idea. Wait, no. Stop distracting me.
I mean, what could be distracting about learning that court cards also varied in style? While the king remained, the knight was sometimes replaced by a queen, and the third card was sometimes a prince. The English word often used for the card, knave, originally meaning male child. Then in the 17th century game All Fours, a point was awarded for a winning trick that included the knave of trumps. This point was called a jack, which could also be a nickname for a common man. Later, it became awkward to have both the king and the knave start with K, so the name Jack replaced knave. Moving down the timeline, France was next.
So that's
to
where
begin
Jack
mass
came
card
from, okay.
manufacturing, synthesizing Latin and Germanic styles. The most common motifs there from the mid-15th century onward were clovers, pikes, hearts, and tiles, while the king, queen, and still knave became standard court cards.
Oh, okay. So that's how they ended up like making it so that they ended up standardizing everything. It was the French.
Again, A+ henchman. You want a job after I escape here, you just hit me up. But let's not get
I love the henchman.
French
He's
card
great.
makers then simplified the designs of the pip symbols and halved the 4 suits between red and black. This made cards easier to stencil, allowing mass production on the new printing presses.
Okay, so some of the color changes literally just come down to efficiency. Because if it's easier to produce them by simplifying the colors and just having 2, then cool, you can mass produce them way faster. You know, you should always presume that the reason something ends up the way that it is because of efficiency. It always comes down to convenience, because convenience is king. Always.
And it's in this late medieval period that cards transitioned rapidly from luxury handcrafted item to a widely available gaming accessory. And
which is funny because now I feel like they are like they're not going back to being a luxury handcrafted item, but there's definitely have
in the late 16th
I've seen some
century,
handcrafted decks of cards.
People began associating historical and biblical figures with different suits. Like King David was the king of spades, Alexander the Great the king of clubs, Joan of Arc the queen of hearts, and Lancelot the knave of clubs. We would also be remiss if we didn't mention that colonialism also played a role in the spreading of playing cards. Native Americans received Latin suits from the Spanish in the 16th century, and the Portuguese
like, what the hell are
traded them
these?
to the Japanese, eventually leading to the founding of Nintendo
Yay!
as a Hanafuda card manufacturing company in
I was wondering if they were going to talk about Hanafuda cards. Okay, so I don't know. There's probably sounds like that they were just going to like do that brief little history of it. But yeah, if you did not know, Nintendo started as a playing card manufacturer, a manufacturing company in Japan, which is just hella cool to me. And they, as far as I know, they still make those decks of cards. The Hanafuda cards are narrower, like I think they're closer to bridge style cards than they are a traditional like 52 card playing like poker deck. But I still think they might have 52 cards.
So you're telling me Queen Victoria could have been playing Nintendo?
Technically, yep. And it was during this steady process of migration that playing cards continued to evolve, and in the 16th century, they were thoroughly embedded into everyday European life. France then introduced a tax on the manufacture of playing cards, while in England, an organization called the Mystery Makers of Playing Cards of the City of London received royal approval
the name.
in 1628 with the objective of regulating playing card importation and manufacture.
Interesting.
And that company, yeah, that still exists today. Which is a prime example of how England had its own impact on the development of the modern deck. After France taxed card makers, some moved to neighboring
I knew
Belgium,
England was going
where
to
they
have an
began
impact.
selling across the
I thought it was going to be more so because of the
English
king,
cards
queen, and
followed
Jack
the French
thing,
model,
but
innovations. Clubs, hearts, diamonds, and spades were popularized in England, with the latter two being transformed from the French tiles and pikes.
Huh, if I were playing with this old deck, I could cheat with ease.
Excellent point, Slopmonger. And actually, a few modifications in the 19th century helped out with that, since players might recognize specific cards from a dog-eared corner or a mark on the back. Manufacturers increasingly used rounded corners and elaborate designs or lithographs on the backs of the cards themselves.
That's why you
edges
see-
also enabled cards to be more easily held.
That's actually why you see the backs of a lot of like the modern fancy decks are just like crazy patterns, is to try to hide any marks like that. It's to help reduce cheating. I think it's also because like fancy design look cool, yay, but
held
really neat.
one-handed in a fan.
Yeah, but like, what about this ace? It's all fancy. What? You're the dealer. Don't show in the deck.
See, British law required that boxes of cards be stamped before leaving the factory to prove the tax had been paid, you know? This stamp took the form of the Ace of Spades, and the commissioners for stamp duties created an elaborate version of the symbol to foil forgers. Now it's just traditional. And with card making becoming bigger business than ever, you can actually start tracing much of this growth back to one man, Thomas de la Rue. Born in Guernsey in 1793,
Yep.
De La Rue founded
they
a
did.
printing
They used to
company
be a
that, in
card manufacturer. I mean, technically
1831,
they still
was
do.
given the right to
I think
print
technically
playing
Nintendo
cards.
still does
With the
produce playing
Industrial
cards. There's like a whole
Revolution well
section that
underway,
does
De La
does
Rue
that.
Still make the
produced
Hanafuda
cards
ones.
like
Yeah,
never
exactly. They
before.
still make the
He
old
drove
Hanafuda
smaller
ones.
rivals out of business with high
They're really
production
pretty.
runs,
If you ever get a
reducing
chance to look at
variety, and
them,
leaving
I
his
highly
designs
recommend
as
checking
the
them out. They're very
dominant
beautiful
ones.
cards.
And by the 1860s, we were left with a deck of cards very similar to those that we still play with today. Oh, and De La Rue's company is actually also still around as the world's largest commercial paper maker.
A huge corporation
Oh, that's cool.
putting small artists out of business? Now you're speaking my language.
Ew. Though, on that note, the US actually did leave its own stamp on cards based off of English decks. It was an American, Lewis I. Cohen, who secured the patent for first introducing the corner indices that streamlined gaming. Plus, Americans also introduced the Joker. Shocking.
Oh,
I
did
know.
we?
See, in the 19th century,
Yeah, that doesn't
a
surprise
card
me that
game
Americans
called
introduced the
Euchre
Joker.
became popular in the US, but it required an additional trump card that outranked the two jacks used as the highest and second highest trump. Thus, the Joker came into being, though we don't exactly know why it's called the Joker. Some claim it's a bastardization of the name of the game Euchre, or the European game it may descend from, Jucker. Then this may in turn have its roots in the German word Junker, meaning young nobleman or squire, like the knave. It kind of all loops into itself. Oh, but,
Interesting.
speaking of jokers, I think that sound I'm hearing means you two better duck and cover. My ride's here, chuckleheads.
No!
Yeah, I think it's a little hard for you to cheat by using two different colored decks.
Not the opponent's colorblind.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If any of your family members had been colorblind, it might have worked.
Curse you, Mr. Kroll, and your team of human creatives and animators.
Well, extra historians, if there's one thing I'd like you to take away from my kidnapping today, it's this. AI slop sucks. But if there's two things, I think I just want us all to remember that a lot of what we think of as modern commodities have roots running deep into our shared past. And
It's very
everyday
true.
objects that we use are part of a long historical evolution. And you know, since we're talking about cards evolving through history, why not some that have evolved into extra history? That's right, this episode inspired us to become part of this playing card legacy with our own extra history playing
Oh,
card
that's
deck.
cool. They made their own
Illustrated by
playing
PH
card. Oh my
artist
god, it
Evan
looks so
Armstrong. This deck
cute.
features an awesome extra history inspired card back and is flush with historical figures from our series, allowing you
Look
to
at
bring
the
even more
Vlad. Look at the Vlad. He's so excited. He's so excited to be impaling people or be impaling that that symbol. Oh my god, so good.
history into your home as part of our 2027 History Happens.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, it's part of their
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. It's
That's
an
trip
add-on for their
calendars,
Kickstarter.
baby,
That's fun.
Because all the things you love from the last two calendars are back and better than ever, such as brand new, gorgeous, historically inspired art reimagined by longtime EH artist David Hueso, and our latest addition to the calendar team.
Okay, so
Val,
David
a bunch
Hueso,
of
that's the
daily
artist name.
historical happenings
Very
regular
cool
calendars
stuff.
usually omit, and the scannable QR codes return again to link you to our extra history videos on these specific dates with graphics to help you learn more about what happened on specific
Oh,
dates.
that's cool.
Plus, we've got cool new stuff in our
You get to
deluxe tiers where
learn
check
from your
out
calendar.
blow-up
That's
fridge
fun.
magnets And since
Okay,
we've
I
learned
admit
a
that is
ton
actually
about
pretty
shipping
cool.
over the past 2 campaigns, we are now working with multiple fulfillment partners to ensure that you get your pledge in time for the holidays. So to help us once again make some history, go check out the new calendar, playing cards, tiers, exclusive perks for yourself at our Kickstarter page in the link below, or you can scan the QR code right here. Because the only way to ensure that this 2027 History Happens Everyday calendar, happens, is with your support. Once again, to lock in your 2027 historical calendar and get your extra history playing cards, click or scan here. And actually, you know what?
I wonder if they're gonna sell the
I
extra
forego
history
my
playing
right
cards
to
like
pitch the
later
next video
separately.
here, so you can head to our Kickstarter right now. You'd think.
All right, well, that was our first video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it's pretty cool. Like, playing cards have been around for so long in the same way that dice have, which is why I thought it was interesting when, at the very beginning, when he was talking about how the Leaf game probably had dice or a board with it as well. I wonder if that is like one of the earliest examples of like a board game, for example. I know we have record of very early board games, one of which is Egyptian. But and I know like Mancala.
Mancala?
No, Mancala is, I think,
Mesopotamian?
I think it's either Mesopotamian or it might be Asian. Like it might be Indian,
Okay.
actually.
For that name.
But I know that there's one, it's called like it's not Menka, because that's the one he was talking about. Like that's the deck I think he was talking about, but it's something else. But it's like Menkala in that you're, I think, moving like tiles or something like that, or like stones various places. But honestly, that was really cool. And I loved that he actually mentioned Nintendo, because I was wondering if he was going to call that
I
out.
feel like you have to.
I feel like you have to as well, like even just as like a little tidbit of like, by the way, fun fact, did you know Nintendo was actually a playing card company first and foremost, and then they started making video games, which is just really, really neat. But now I think we're going to go ahead and pop over to our next video. I have like little bits of the mech sprue on my table still, and I keep putting my elbow directly onto it.
And please make sure that you record this one.
Yes, I absolutely will. So the next thing we're going to watch is something from Squidmar. Let me go ahead and get some recording starting. And I'm going to do a little intro because this one will be a video. If you guys want to say hi to YouTube, you're absolutely welcome to. I know technically we're on YouTube, but you know, it's hi to the VOD, so hi YouTube. All right. Today, I thought it would be fun if we went ahead and watched Squidmar's latest adventure, which is hosting his very own painting competition, a miniature painting competition. And I was actually looking. I do not, off the top of my head, I think I recognize some of the artists based off of their Instagram handles, because I think I may follow a couple of them, but I don't actually know if I recognize anybody that's on here. So I'm really excited to watch this for two main reasons. One, I want to see what he's doing. I want to see what challenges he is going to present to them. And I really am very curious to see how all of these painters respond to the challenges. And then my second point of why I really want to watch this is still tied to the challenges, but I was thinking that depending on what they are, how interesting they might sound if they pique my interest, to maybe challenge myself with some of these challenges. So without further ado, I want to jump into Squidmar's video and see what this is all about. Let's check it out.
Miniature painting. One of the world's fastest growing creative hobbies.
The easy answer is Warhammer
Definitely
40,000.
super popular now.
What's up?
What up, mini people?
Welcome to Eons of Battle.
What's up, friends? All right, here's the deal.
Miniature painting as a hobby has grown into something that
Am I
millions
in
of
any
people
of these
enjoy.
videos?
Artistic masterpieces
No.
are created in all corners of the world. With anything from wargaming minis for games like Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, and Dungeons and Dragons, to display painting minis based on classical paintings, comics, and movies. But what does it take to become a true miniature master?
What does it take to become a true miniature master? I'm going to tell you I'm going to spoil everything. Not actually, I haven't watched any of this yet. But I'm going to try to answer that question right now. And it's perseverance. Perseverance is realistically the only actual thing you need to become a true miniature master, because perseverance means that you keep practicing, you keep challenging yourself on new things, and you keep learning. And learning is what makes a master a master. If you are willing to put in the effort and educate yourself and continue to explore new stuff and always pushing your own boundaries, you can master anything that you want to be. Like, and I legitimately believe that. Like, obviously, there are challenges in doing any of those things, especially depending on how expensive the hobby or thing you want to master is. But generally, if you put your mind to it, and if it's something you really, really want, then you'll find a way to turn that into what you end up doing for life. And I just genuinely believe that. But Squidmar, tell me, what does it take? Because I presume this show is going to tell us.
I'm doing it.
I would feel terrible no matter who goes home today.
Yeah, like I give a shit.
In 7 episodes, our contestants will be put to the test, pushing their skills to the limit, not only in painting, but also storytelling, composition, sculpting, kit bashing, colors, and light. All competing for $10,000 and the coveted title of the first ever miniature master.
I didn't know there was a $10,000 prize. That's awesome. I wonder, I assume, because I know there's some sponsors for this. Like, I assume he got some like corporate sponsors for this. I wonder if, I assume that's where the prize money is coming from. That's sick. I'm also excited all the things that they said that they were going to like challenge them with, like lighting, kit bashing, sculpting, storytelling, etc., on top of just having masterful painting skills. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show.
Oh man.
You don't want to send your friend home today. I will be putting you in the bottom.
Yes, I think he's definitely vibing off of Lego Masters with this completely.
And airbrushes by Harder and Stinman.
I have my worries about some of these guys.
I did not have any faith in him at the beginning.
You say you're confident now, and it's like, jump cut, and you're the first to go home.
I don't trust him.
Time to hurry up, 1 hour left.
Anastasia, who hasn't even started painting yet.
I think I can do it, actually.
This is art in miniature.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is what we're looking for. Welcome to Miniature Masters.
It's definitely meant to be spoofing Lego Master for sure.
Finally, for the first time ever, bring out our contestants.
Let's go!
I had when I walked into the room is that speechless. Ambiance was there, the vibe was there, the music. You were transported immediately.
Really loved seeing the Miniature Master logo. When I saw that logo, it was like, okay, we're here now.
It feels real.
It's intimidating a bit, but it also made me wanna jump right into painting. It was so much cool equipment. We had way more than I thought we would have. We had an airbrush, wet palette, and then a hairdryer, which I never have at my home, but I miss all the time. I felt very excited to see the studio. The reveal was pretty exciting.
It's exciting and terrifying at the same time, which I think is the best.
It's bigger and better than I could have possibly imagined.
Exciting, definitely exciting. I don't think there's even nerves so far. It's more exciting and just sort of...
Guys, have you realized that they're all extremely excited? I would also be excited, but I think I'd be more terrified than anything else. I'd be like, I'm so out of my league here.
Hosts, this is Lucas Holmström.
And Emil Nyström.
We've brought you here today, not only because you're amazing artists, but you're also here to compete for the prize of $10,000 and the honors to call yourself the first ever miniature master.
And luckily for you guys, it's actually not just me and
You're a coward if you don't eat the mini when you're done. Only if it actually looks like cake, okay? If they're painting the miniature to make it look like cake, then I accept that you're gonna eat it. But otherwise, you should know it's plastic and not edible.
And the Wardle,
The man himself that might actually not need an introduction, but here's one anyway. Hailing all the way from Bath, UK, and is known for his super neat blends, his perfect rendering of minis, and just always beautiful, beautiful, tasteful artworks. And I think it's safe to say with his 27 golden demon statues.
Holy shit, what?
Swords, it's safe.
Bro has 27 golden demons?
That's too many demons.
That's too many. Sir, you need to spread those demons around, share with some other people. Good lord. Also, very cool that he has 2 of the swords. Because I think those are like, I have never actually competed or even like looked into competing at a golden demon competition. But I do think the swords are like the thing. Yeah, the demon slayer. Yeah, you won. You did it, kid. You did it. So, and he's got 2 of them. All right, so he's one of our judges, I'm assuming. I might have been talking over Squidmar when he said it, but I assume this is one of the judges.
It's safe to say that Andy Wardle knows what he's talking about.
Borja Calvo Bertrand de Lis is one of the world's hottest painters right now, traveling in all the way from Madrid in Spain, known for his expressive style, packed with color and atmosphere.
Oh, damn.
With a Slayer sword and multiple golds in competitions like Gold.
Okay, he also has a Slayer sword and multiple demons.
Borja is truly one of the miniature painting greats.
So Borja,
Nerds.
what are you looking
Nerds!
for first ever miniature master? I am going to be looking for impact in your pieces and of course, some risk. Okay? So give your all.
Oh. Hold on. I just saw that crash. So it did that again and then it paused it. I don't know what it's ejecting.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll fix that for you real quick, folks. Apologies for that. All right, so that's the way you fix it.
Yes.
Is you go to Mac OS.
Okay.
Properties, restart capture, and then it should be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go back just a smidge. Because I do.
You can use the arrow keys to go back 5 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think we caught it like almost immediately. I'm just gonna go back with like 1 more.
That's fine.
For impact in your pieces and of course,
Okay, cool.
Okay, so give your all and paint some beautiful miniatures.
And Andy, what's going to be the biggest pitfalls for the painters during this competition, and what are you looking for?
Biggest pitfalls, I think, is doing something.
How do we petition me to be on the show for next year? I have no idea.
You messaged Squidmar.
You messaged Squidmar, I guess, but I don't know if I don't have airbrush skills, guys. I would be immediately
Literally the opposite
out.
Time to learn.
Very long and very uncomfortable.
It's good to hear, yeah. Yoshi, you're not too bad yourself from the States?
Yes.
You had a good flight?
Yeah. Sweden's been beautiful. It's really refreshing to walk around here in the springtime.
Yeah. And Anastasia, how do you feel? Do you feel terrified about the competition coming up now?
No, I wouldn't say terrified. I would say excited, mostly.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we're just about to introduce the first challenge. This one is going to be super important.
What's it gonna be?
This one is going to
That could be my narrative. There you go.
That might even help you win the entire thing.
Making this challenge maybe even more important than you might think initially, because the winner of this challenge will
She knows nothing about airbrushing. Throw her in the deep end. See what happens. I mean, he'd probably go for it, to be fair.
I'm super excited about this. I in a million years would have imagined to be here, so it's just amazing.
You guys might ask yourself, what is the freaking challenge? Bring it on.
What is it? Tell me. Tell me what the challenge is.
The Warhammer 40,000 tactical mobile game Tacticus.
Okay, so they have a Tacticus sponsorship.
the Warhammer Display Challenge.
So when I saw them show us Warhammer,
Okay. I understand, kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie. That reveal was mildly lackluster because I felt like they all went, a pile of random Warhammer miniatures. Huzzah! It's like all of our piles of shame. At least that was my reaction to it. I was like, that is just a pile of Warhammer. What is this actual challenge? But I kind of get it. They're gonna have to make a specific like diorama-esque like display piece with one of these miniatures. Makes sense.
I instantly forgot got everything, and I was so happy because I love Warhammer, and this might be a challenge I can do.
You have a choice between 32 miniatures from the mobile game Tacticus, and the idea behind this challenge is to create a story based on your past.
A story about myself in the past? What's... Yeah,
So get creative, but keep in mind the time. Don't let it get away from you.
I don't want to say confident because that could go very badly. You say
Yeah, I feel like you want to have like maybe instead like in the center of all of that pile, like what the end product should be looking at. Because I feel like if you don't know painting, you're gonna look at that and go, "What the fuck?"
I'm excited about that.
Borja, you have a bowl filled with names, and whosever name is called, you have 10 seconds to go pick your miniature. 10 seconds to go pick your miniature. And this is the meaning that you now have 8 hours to prep and build and paint for the challenge.
8
So make
hours.
yourself ready. The first name.
I think, okay, if I were actually to do this, the one place, maybe, and I'm not even the fastest painter in my household, but like the one place maybe I'd have on some of these people, because I know that Squidmar, when he picked people, they are competition level people. Like these are people who go in and are painting on the level that Golden Demon would want to see already. Like they are already nearish that level, if not actively competing in Golden Demons right now. So, and I don't. But I think the one place I might have on some of these people, because I know a lot of these folks who do like the Golden Demon stuff are very meticulous, very like, I'm gonna color blend and layer immensely, so it takes them forever sometimes to get stuff painted. 8 hours, I think I could do it. I think I could. I would be anxious as hell, but I think because if I was allowed to use contrast colors, and if I actually maybe had airbrushing skills, I probably think I could do it. But I have no idea.
Is Natalia. Welcome. 10 seconds.
I really like cute stuff. Kawaii.
This episode in particular has inspired you to create a knob with a warp spider carapace buckler and an Oathway earring. That's awesome.
And do something cute with it.
Aaron.
Okay, right.
Right, get thinking. Oh.
There we go.
Josh.
Commander Farsight, nice, good choice, good choice.
With the orcs. So I picked the big mech. He's really detailed and interesting.
Yeah, I know. On a show about painting miniatures, drum roll, the reveal was miniatures. That's kind of how I felt too. I'd want to see what their expectations of a finished product is. I know Squidmar has a ton of display style Warhammer 40K miniatures. He could easily be like, here's an example.
I was waiting for someone to take that one. It's the best choice. Well done.
I'm very confident with my choice. I don't usually paint Warhammer, no. If I did, I would paint something like this, though. Something dark, something flowy, and I can definitely tell my story through that piece.
Bold. Her choice is quite a hard one. It's a really big miniature with a big surface.
Are they actually doing a duo competition for next season where they're having like a Golden Demon rank and an amateur rank?
That's cute.
Well done. Well done.
And you can guess who the last person is.
My lovely Maxime. Come on.
I have no clue. I'm
Thank you for subscribing, Liam.
and nothing at the same time. Everybody got picked right before me. They got to choose the best models. So what do? I got 10 seconds. I got like 4 different picks.
Time is running out, man.
How much time?
Sir, it's okay. Calm down. Take your time. Just grab one. They're all cool. Oh, no, you're pitching. I see. I mean, that would be actually really cool.
I picked the worst one. What the fuck is wrong with me?
What do you mean you picked the worst one? What did you pick? What did he pick?
Picked your minis, Maxim? Are you happy with your selection?
Very much not. I'm the least happy I could get. 8 hours to paint. And
What did I...
clothes, faces, a mini within the mini. And
Oh, she's fine. What do you mean the worst mini on there? You could do something sick with that.
We're doing Warhammer, which is not what I usually paint, but I'll do my best, and I think I have a good story for it.
But remember, it's 8 hours, not a single minute more. Once the time is up.
I do like the time limit. I wonder what the maximum amount of time is. Cause like we've compared this to Lego Masters already. Yay, Gamers Grass! Hell yeah, my boys! Not actually sponsored by them, but I do love their products. But what I was saying is we've already compared this to Lego Masters a little bit, and I know that like near the end, and this is a 7-episode competition, I wonder if on that 7th or 6th episode, like, are they going to have multiple days to do something? Like, are they have to do like a multi-day project, or is it always going to be max 24 hours potentially as like, this is how long you have to do it? Very interested to see how this continues to go.
Gamers Grass, you have airbrushes from Harder & Stanbeck, and of course, Squidmar brushes for your paint jobs.
I hope you guys are ready.
It is an impressive collection of tools. That's the thing I'm most jealous of so far.
Start. Now.
I like how the one chick was like, I'm not gonna rush, I'm just gonna walk casually.
So Trent, you've already started. You're the first out of all of the contestants who are starting to clip your mini.
Well, if there's a lot of people in there.
Oh, I
so
took
thought it would
typhus,
make more
nice.
sense for me to just focus on getting the model ready, and then I can go in there when it's a little bit less crowded.
Yeah, because you realize that the store is actually open for the
The whole
entire
time.
Yeah.
So there's no rush. I think it's important to get the model and the base prepared so it's got time to
Honestly,
dry.
I actually think that's a pretty good approach. Get your model like prepped and then go over there and start figuring out your story afterwards.
I think that Trent worries me the most, but
I loved her
sure
nails,
I
those
can
were so cute.
beat him. In a fight for sure, maybe in this contest as well. Yeah.
I think Trent is actually showing something really important here, and that is having a plan from the get-go will save you so much time.
He's really experienced.
I agree, that is gonna save you a lot of time.
Impressed with how
Oh, thank you, Commando Slayer. I appreciate that.
Slow themselves down a bit, calming down the nerves, and you ever
The one, okay,
see them bring up the
the woman who chose the knight, or the shard of Satan, that is the, what is it, the Night Lord? Yeah, the woman who chose the Night Lord, I'm like, that's ambitious, because he's big. He's like double.
He's monochromatic a lot.
He is monochromatic a lot. You're right. So maybe that will be the saving grace, is her paint scheme will be really cool but very quick and easy to do on what is basically a thing draped in cloth, and then has some like techno bits happening at the end. So maybe it'll be fast, but like so far she's the only one that I'm really like kind of worried about, because everybody else picked a model that is like maybe this big at most, you know, like a couple inches. The Night Lord is like, he's tall. He's like the Void Dragon. So he's gonna be really, really big.
Their character to get that inspiration that they're needing. Which I guess is really nice to really understand the character before committing to an idea too much.
Making the right decisions will be key in this competition. You don't have time to redo things.
Exactly. Staying calm is the only way forward.
And then
That's very true.
Maxim.
I mean, the man is just freaking pure chaos. I don't know what he's doing.
He does seem very chaotic.
Everywhere, constant motion, never sitting still, things breaking. I don't know how he manages to survive life.
Honestly, I don't even think Maxim.
Okay, I have a feeling like I feel like what they would be saying about me on this show if I actually went on this show. I would be Maxine here. Or Maxim? Is that what his name was? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I have all their names here because I knew I was gonna like Maxim. Okay, so yeah, that would be me. I'd be breaking things accidentally. I would be all over the place. I'd be spastic. Let's hope he doesn't accidentally nick himself with that hobby knife.
Sim knows what he's doing at this point.
We're in a completely separate room recording this. Even now, you can sense the chaos from 2 rooms down.
I don't know, I took too much shit. I don't know how to set up myself up. So I need to build the model, I need to build a cool base, and I need to build a flag that's gonna stand on top. And then I'm gonna do this freehand on top of it.
All right, be careful, don't buy too much, because you have a big model with a lot of details. If you buy too much...
It is a big model, and sisters, while like semi-easy, because they are a lot of metallics, can require some detail attention
I think I've heard
if you want them to look really spiffy.
But I believe in him, he's gonna do alright.
name is Maxim, and I'm a French miniature painter who used to work at Squidmar as a video editor for 4 years. So after I left Squidmar, I'm back at my hometown in Grenoble. It's a French city within the Alps with a great painting community there. Emil and Lucas
Ooh,
have
cool.
helped me
Beautiful
become a better
space.
painter throughout the years, but I don't really apply the advices that they've given me. So I'm still really bad. So I'm not expecting to win anything. The few things that I'm good at is painting fast.
He does also need to think of a story, and that's where I'm actually, for him, I'm most scared about his concept.
Pumped up like you have no idea. So I hope I'll make a hit, finish at least in the top 5, maybe, knock on wood, and I'll see how it goes.
I haven't decided if I'm rooting for him or not. I haven't decided if I like him or not in regards to like, because you know how you always end up having your favorites and your least favorites in these kinds of like competition shows, especially about artists, because artists are freaking insane. And I don't know if he's my fave right now or if he's my least fave. I do really like her though.
I'm confident that I can bring some of the ideas I usually paint on my miniatures into this miniature and make it work.
I don't expect to get very
I also think she's really cute, and I'm excited to see what she does. Amelia.
Try. I haven't given up. You have to give it your all, and you have to take the disappointment when it comes to you.
So what's up?
Well, I was wondering because I would love to make it into a woman.
Of course,
and
yeah.
Natalia says she has a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Can I get her head?
That is okay, yeah.
Thank you so much.
To go nuts.
Thank you so much.
It's really cool seeing that the contestants are sharing different tools between each other and helping.
That is
each other
nice.
out to find
I like
their
that too.
beat. Because even though they're competing for $10,000, we're seeing pretty much everyone just agreeing and making sure that everyone can compete on the same level, which honestly feels kind of like a true.
He's probably about to say something very similar, but like honestly, that's how it should be. Like I feel like, especially in a miniature painting community, and it's one of the reasons I actually really like my IPMS club so much, because really all we realistically do when I go to those meetings is we bring whatever our current project is or whatever the current thing that we want to show off is. And we have basically an adult show and tell of here's my miniature that I've painted or my model that I've built. Let me tell you about it. Let me nerd out about it a little bit. Now the next person gets to do it. And then at the end, we all get to talk about it individually, ask each other questions about the things that we've done, about the techniques that were used, etc. And it just ends up being this really cool learning experience and this like big group share basically. And already that's what this is seeming like, which is what it should be. Like it's exactly what I hoped it would be. And I'm honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited. Get excited, everybody.
People want to do cool stuff and want to see other people do cool stuff. And if they win, they want to win because they did the best thing, not because they held the other contestants back.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll try.
And this one you put like.
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can
good
do.
luck with that.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you.
I know most of the contestants, mostly because I travel a lot for different competitions and like workshops, stuff like that. I didn't know Aaron personally and Amali, but they are super nice people and I feel very fortunate to be like in this one group with them.
Everybody's so nice.
Hi guys, I'm Natalia Orlasz and I like to paint miniatures. I'm from a small village in south of Poland and right now I live in Warsaw with my partner and 3 cats. I've been painting miniatures since 2015.
Oh,
and
kitty!
I like to paint very colorful stuff. I love violet.
Okay, I definitely think I've seen her stuff online. I think I follow her.
Like this and like that. Bigger scales, full figures and busts. I think that I will win because I like the creativity and streamlining the painting process.
Whew.
I don't have that much time.
Holy shit.
So
Oh my god.
the time to overthink everything.
Dude, that veil over that woman's face was insane. The translucency she nailed. I have to go back. Hold on. No. My dear, even like hold on. Where is it?
Stars, I like space. I usually paint display pieces, so something.
Also, can I just say I love her color palette?
Full figures and busts. I think that I will win because
Please show me the bust again. I saw it. It was right there, but I want the close-up.
The painting process, we won't have that much time to finish each.
Oh my god. I just need to give up right now. Holy shit. It literally looks iridescent. And the fact that she put glitter on there, that is insane. Holy cow. Like, what? Like, is that... I'm so jealous. That's so cool. God, I wonder how long it took her to do. Like, I genuinely do wonder. Because, like, this requires so much intense blending. Like, so much wet blending, so much just, like, patience, so much time. Now I'm really kind of curious to see what she does with this 8-hour timer. Because, like, this is, I'm, like, looking at all her stuff, and I'm like, girl, you do some fantastic work, but how long are you spending on this? Amazing. Okay, sorry. I had to appreciate that veil again, because that was wild.
Also, my cat overlord.
Cats!
Expecting a nice payout
Yay!
to buy all the food and meal scratchers. So sorry guys, I need to take the money and do something nice for my cats.
Yep, I agree. She needs the money for the cats and to buy them something nice. No, I cannot imagine being able to paint minis like that.
A big part of miniature painting is preparing your miniature. Sometimes that might require you to do a little bit of sculpting. We're seeing a lot of the contestants using the tools that they are used to using at home, which might not be the right one for the competition, as they will be limited in time. So drying time for that sculpting.
That's really what I'm talking about. Like, the time constraint.
It's what I'm comfortable with.
8 hours to do a display piece.
I would go, or epoxy I would go with, yeah.
I could do
it.
Yeah, you could do it for sure.
If you have
It wouldn't look as good as that.
Like, I have 1 hour.
But it would probably be, I mean, I haven't seen them complete anything yet, so I can't say that they're not going to continue, like, complete things, but, like, it would definitely be complete, though.
The one's using a lot of milliput, because milliput, I mean, I would leave that to dry for 8 hours.
There are tricks. They can always seal it with super glue.
But when you use so much of it, though, can you super glue all that milliput? Well, I don't know.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know you could seal milliput with like miniature glue and then let it so that you can work on it sooner.
Have the luxury of coming back to it the next day. It's got to be done.
I'm learning things.
Some painting also. I think this is the moment.
You would just dunk it in a can of paint, call it done.
Or is it going to be not as exciting?
Do the dip style from the army painter.
People that have done crazy builds going to have so little time to paint. It's going to lack in that area. It's going to be really interesting to compare.
From my point of view, the consistency of having a fully finished piece is better than having something half cooked, but fancier. We're 3 hours in now. Most of the contestants are done with building, priming, and have started painting. And it's super.
Oh, good. I was gonna be like, please tell me they're painting.
Interpret the brief differently. Carla has completely removed the rider from her miniature and is doing a horse scene that represents her past, connecting it to the story of how she broke her back while she was horseback riding a couple of years ago.
Okay, see, that's an interesting story.
The orc. He's adding hair to the top of it, and then he's gonna paint that turquoise to represent part of his life when he got out of miniature painting and thought it was a little bit too cool to paint these minis. And somehow, finally, Maxim has started to calm down. And the composition, although far from finished, is starting to look quite interesting.
Oh no, he dropped something. No! No! The horror of a missing piece during a competition. Yeah, lots of hair dryers being used to the max. Underrated tool for miniature, like, or scale modelers. Always have a hair dryer available.
But you have Dremels in there, so you can just... I have no idea how Maxim managed to destroy the drill. It's a freaking drill, but considering it's Maxim...
Wait, he broke the drill?
I'm not surprised.
Quite a thunderstorm.
I just thought he lost a miniature piece.
And I'm in the middle of a shitstorm. I don't know how to get out of it, realistically.
In some ways, creativity and chaos tend to go hand in hand. So if he just manages to keep within the time limit, I think whatever he does is going to be really cool. And speaking of cool, I'm kind of interested in seeing what Aaron's doing. What's the plan?
For me, it was like, the idea that came to my mind straight away was to show sort of my journey as a painter, because my style has changed a lot.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the
What a
miniature
dork.
almost two halves, with like a before and after.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to split it in half?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It won't be a clean half and half. We'll say that.
Yeah.
You're splitting it in half? Okay, this might be a little overambitious for the first build / paint job of this competition. But you know what, sir? I'm excited to see what the hell you do with it.
Should be fine.
Sounds good. Get cracking. Yeah.
Should be fine. It's quite nice. There's been no panic or anything so far. Nothing's gone wrong yet. So we should be fine.
Yet. Keyword there, yet.
My name's Aaron. I'm a
You get a headlamp with a head bulb to cut more time?
And
Just what, so you could see better? Would that help you cut time?
Mini painter and tutor, and I am a shameless competition painter. I love it. I eat, sleep, live and breathe competition painting. I know it's not for everybody, but it's been the main driving factor for me to get better, try and push to do something more than last time. In terms of the show and why I think I'll win, don't know. And that's what I think is kind of exciting.
I mean, that is a beautiful fulcrum, but bro, how long did that take you? How long? Okay, like this is the scale that most of these people are now currently building and working towards, is like this like scale of model and depth, right? How long did that like immaculate perfectionist level highlighting fucking take you?
That way I found it.
Oh, there it is. But like genuinely, like, I mean, it's gorgeous. I just like, this would take me ages. I'm curious how long it takes him on average to do this kind of stuff.
Who can be versatile and adapt and, you know, paint under.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking gorgeous. I love it, but like, how many weeks did that take you?
It should be really fun, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, a heat bulb. Oh, I get you, Brandon. I get you.
How are we doing? You working on the base now?
Yes, I'll need to get it some time to try.
And you seemed a little nervous when I saw you like half an hour in. How are you feeling 3 hours in?
The nerves are calming down.
Yeah.
I am getting used to the equipment. I am following a mental time schedule and I'm still on time. So if I can keep following this schedule, I think I can do it, actually.
I believe in you, girl.
I'm really drawn to the faces of the miniature.
I believe in you.
I really want to see you push that focal point so you really get drawn into it immediately.
Yeah. So far, I'm pretty happy with the choices I made. I'm looking how the piece is coming together and I just hope that nothing happens now that ruins the whole piece.
That would be my fear as well. I'm like, I'm really happy with how this is coming together. Please don't let me fuck it up.
Part of my story.
It complements well with
Orcs.
you know,
Wow.
And I think you're on the right track to focus on doing the impact first. So adding strong highlights first and then refining later.
Sure.
I think it's nice.
Yeah.
I would say though that you need more colors, especially some materials like the metallics already, because they are going to mean a lot into the piece in terms of value.
Sure.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit stressed. I'm a little bit happy too because things are going well, so hopeful.
So Carla, how you doing? Were you working on the
I love her sense of fashion.
to the side?
Yeah, I've let it as is. I think
I love all the
enough for now,
textures
and I wanna
and like
focus on the
patterns.
skin of the horse for a little bit.
I think majoring in the mind.
What do you mean by she might be a duck on the water? I feel like I've heard that phrase before, but I don't actually know what it means.
The focus done.
I have a clear vision of where I want to go, but I don't know if I will have.
I don't know.
So I'll approach it slowly.
The color palette is looking really good. I like the subtle differences in the grayish purples, and I think if you can nail this, it can be really cool.
Thank you.
Carla worries me because the way she interprets and sees things is, to me, untouchable. The way she handles color out of this world, and I think she's...
Yeah, I was gonna say that backdrop that she was doing for like the smoke and stuff is crazy.
She also has this kind of focus on emotions and artistic focus with the miniatures. So yeah, I think she's my main competition here.
It's on.
I like how both these women think the other is their competition. It's so good.
I'm here to prove that I can do it and that I can win and that painting miniatures can be something fun and creative and experimental too.
Calm on the surface, going crazy underwater. Oh, because they're kicking their feet, but they look real chill. I see. Okay, I understand now. I gotcha. I gotcha.
Rigidity and the seriousness of my day-to-day work. This is
Oh, puppy! Oh, I also like the plants.
Because I sketch, and I feel like in this challenge, sketching will be a superpower. And also,
Whoa!
my fortes, especially if it includes speed.
Dude, she has some insane stuff.
These years, if I don't bring back
Oh,
the miniature master.
puppy.
8 hours to build and finish a piece is not a lot of time when you want to paint it to your highest standard. But even
It's
so,
not.
sometimes you just gotta relax and, well, play some Tacticus. When you gotta play, you gotta play. Lucas, you and I were kind of Warhammer nerds.
You don't say.
But there are times in life when I don't have time to paint minis or play the Warhammer games. And the challenge sponsor for this week's episode, Tacticus, is the perfect alternative when you don't have the time to play and paint.
It's a turn.
Oh my gosh. Who would have thought? So far, I'm really liking the episode. Like, they have, I mean, obviously they did their research. They know how a creative game show competition works. I assume they studied Lego Master, Great British Bake Off, honestly, like all sorts of stuff like that to sort of figure out like what they want to do. And then both of these men have done enough competition painting that I feel like their challenges are going to be very well thought out because competitions already design portions of their competition to challenge the repeat participants because there are a number of them. I mean, that one guy was saying that he like lives for competition painting. So I like, and he's one that I'm actually worried about with the time constraint. I don't know if that's going to happen well. You have a feeling the camera crew loves the spazzy guy, or they really don't like him because he's like all over the place all the time.
Point, everybody. I really hope you guys are getting paint on your miniatures. Otherwise, I don't know if you're gonna make it. Everyone has already started to put paint on their minis, except for Anastasia, and I fear that the longer she takes on building and converting her mini, the less time she's actually gonna have to painting this miniature. And it is a big miniature with a lot of surface to cover, so she's gonna need all the time possible to get paint on it.
I'm also feeling secondhand anxiety for Anastasia, who hasn't even started painting yet. Yeah, I'm nervous for her.
I also, like, that actually would be maybe my bigger concern of, like, all the secondhand anxiety of watching other people not be where they should be or where I think they should be.
You're almost done with the sculpting now.
Yes, I'm almost done.
The composition, obviously, is always a strong part of your style. So it's important, as you've done, you spent a lot of time on it. But also, the piece has to be finished.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you should definitely round this out now and move to painting, so you have enough time to finish it. Yeah.
Don't get yourself out because you didn't finish.
Is pulling off because I've been in awe of her project the entire time.
Definitely feeling a bit more stressed.
Grooving to everybody painting.
Some of my original ideas didn't go as planned, but I'm adapting.
Everybody frantically airbrushing and frantically painting.
I don't know if it's going to be as good as I'd hoped it would be, but yeah, definitely confident of completing the challenge.
I'll put the horse blinders on me and it'll be fine. Okay, yeah, just somebody stand there like this and like don't let me look at anybody else. Tunnel vision me.
And I think that I need to have my eye on him.
There's a lot happening in the room right now, and you can really start to see everyone's projects really coming together. And I really think it's nice to see that even though Carla is deep in her own project, she still manages to find the time to walk around and look at what the other people are doing. And anytime she stops by a table,
Gotta keep an eye on your competition.
Excited about their projects.
I hate you a little bit now. Why? Why?
They do.
Because it looks awesome.
It's okay.
No, it's
doable.
Okay.
There are worries. I might still screw up. I might still throw the whole thing in the floor and break it. And the rest of the contestants, like, they're...
Ah, you'll be fine. Don't break it. It's okay.
It's more on if I am able to do it better than them.
Come on. Oh my god, look at those wings.
At the moment, I'm about to start painting the face. I waited for the face because I was shaking, I was nervous, and now I have to paint it. And it can be so difficult.
And it's looking amazing. You got this. You're fine.
Important part of the piece.
1 hour left, everybody.
1 hour left. What are they gonna do?
1 hour left to go, and I have to say I'm really impressed, and I think they've all excelled in different ways. You know, everybody's done something cool with their pieces.
Considering scale and time, I think I'm pretty good. I'm happy.
I need to be happy with the colors, and right now I'm a bit like not sure about the base.
Just a few little tweaks to make.
5 more things that I need to do that I hadn't prepared for. And I need to paint the back of the miniature.
So Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, and all in an hour? Okay, 5 things in the back of the miniature. Got it. Your dumb hands were not made for this scale. You could do it. You could do it, Captain Comic Geek. I promise you, you could do it.
Of course, I see a lot of safe projects and safe decisions, but I think all the contestants are doing really, really great.
Typhus is looking cool. The thing that kills you with these shows is most of the time they don't get to keep their work if they're eliminated. The channel ends up selling the stuff if the show's a hit.
This is a YouTube, right?
I don't think, yeah, I was gonna say, I think because Squidmar's run, like, this isn't like a corporate run, like, on television show, so I'm pretty sure these people are gonna get to keep their miniatures.
Right at the end of the challenge.
I mean, some of them may not be able to take them home with them because they live, like,
Very bad words. I did
out, not in this country, and so maybe shipping it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but, whoa, the teal looks great.
Crack. 25 minutes, and I need to do the most of what I can. But I don't need this right now.
Somehow, every single freaking time, stuff is starting to look good for Maxim. He finds a way to start trouble and stir shit up for himself.
Everybody is intensely painting. I like all the purple on that Sister of Battle.
Brush this down.
Everybody did it! They did it! They did their first competition! Woo!
It took a lot of focus, a lot of intense energy.
It's been an absolute nightmare. Nothing.
Thank you for subscribing! Doso, it's lovely to have you join us.
Unless I did my best.
Okay, Natalia.
This is my Saint Celestine.
Nice! Look at Saint Celestine!
I picked her because of my good memories from childhood with Sailor Moon and cute stuff in general. I like stars. I like violet, so we can.
Oh, I do like the stars on the wings.
My miniature and a lot of colors.
Pretty.
I hope that I will kick Trent's ass.
Trent, please step up and present your piece.
All right, Typhus is next. Oh, I do like the Typhus.
Stories a little bit simpler than others. When I was very, very young, I used to visit a gaming store with my friends, and I went one time and they were all going to spend money and I had no money. But my mum came over to me and gave me a $10 note and said, buy something. And the thing that I bought was a Plague Marine Sergeant, and so the opportunity to paint another Plague Marine really was the only choice for me. So.
I got knocked out in the first round. That would be something I would consider to be a failure. To travel.
I don't know who's going to get knocked out in this first round. Obviously, we need to see everybody's pieces first, but like so far, everything's looking spectacular.
Sure. I picked a orc mech. I chose this piece and attached it to my past.
I know, the effect on the sludge alone was amazing.
Stopped miniature painting. I thought it was a little too cool for miniature painting. And at that time, I had bright turquoise hair. So I added bright turquoise hair onto my orc. But 40k orcs was the thing as an adult that got me really excited into miniature painting again. And
nice.
This was something that really connected me to the community and got me excited about
maybe a little bit.
Miniatures. So thanks.
Thank you, Josh. It's great. I got it.
Anastasia, bring your
I mean, the problem is they're having to come up with a story that's personal to them by choosing miniatures that are specifically from the Tacticus game. So I'm gonna forgive them a little bit. Holy shit! Holy shit! She did that in 8 hours.
Airbrush helps.
So yeah, go towards the scary thing. You might find gold.
Jeez.
Awesome. Aaron, please step up and present your mini and your story.
So,
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot.
Something more recent in terms of history. So I've only actually been doing minis as a profession for
I know.
2 years. And in the time since I've been back in the hobby, my painting and my style has just completely changed. So I wanted to just
Wow.
paint how I used to, which was when I never used color. Everything was really black, metal, edgy, etc., etc. Whereas now, everything is just rammed full of saturation. So I wanted to try and represent the old me and then the current me.
Okay, I like his story the most. His story is my favorite of like, here's how I used to paint. Edgelord, metal, no color, and now I'm like color, 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 saturated.
Bonjour.
Yeah, no spoilers. I'm definitely going to want to watch more.
The main character from my favorite army when I used to spend my time in Sweden, in Umeå. For 4 years I've worked here, and I wanted to commemorate that time that I
Damn, that looks good.
See, I don't think we'll end up posting this, but it might become something you watch once.
Under snow.
Definitely. I definitely think we could do that.
And she's standing on a birch tree. She's holding a big ass flag with the most common animals and symbols of the Västerbotten County. And that's about it.
Oh, that's cool.
My gift to Squidmar.
Good job, man.
Carla, you come forward, explain to us your project.
So,
Holy shit! Oh my god!
since
Well,
a long
she's
time
won.
ago, horse riding was always a happy place for me, but unfortunately I fell from a horse and I broke my back, so I cannot ride anymore. And when I saw the horse, I just wanted to do that as a little story.
Oh, that's so sad. But also really okay, like honestly, she's won. Hands down.
It's amazing. Thank you. That's it.
Dude, that backdrop is insane.
Amalia, please come forward.
Ooh, okay. I saw nothing of her paint scheme at all.
It reminded me of when miniature painting.
You think she's gonna win the challenge? I could see her winning this challenge. Hello, Mr. J. It's lovely to see you.
Struggling to find purpose in life. I wanted some craft to do, something to improve at. And when I found miniature painting, I painted way more and I played way less video games. But I'm still very inspired by them. So I wanted to keep this part of the past and see if I could put it into a piece. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I've looked at all the other pieces and they are amazing. I admire the other artists so much. And
Definitely,
I just hope
Alex,
that idea is
definitely.
good enough.
All the entries are vastly different from one another. You have some people going full on creativity and technique.
And you have some going full on leaning in on the storytelling.
This might make it more difficult with the judging.
I mean, not really. We're just simply gonna take the one that's the best.
Is that all?
Yes. Super simple.
Let's do it then.
All right, I
I'm really
feel.
impressed by how coherent the color scheme is.
It just reads like a freaking.
Yeah, I mean, hers is spectacular. The horse is spectacular. Like, oh my god.
Probably put them in the danger zone.
Trent's piece, it's a little bit too safe for me.
And he got most of the model painted.
Yeah, it's
because of
valid, it's
everyone
safe.
Else, but I would have liked to have seen him use the remainder of the time to refine it.
Tidy it up.
So Maxim is one of those guys who has impressed me the most. I did not have any faith in him.
You've been watching this as well? Nice.
Pulling it off.
He made all the wrong decisions, but wow.
And this is the most difficult figure of them all. Like, without question.
I don't even know if he himself thought about the fact that the colors he's chosen represents the French flag within this Swedish narrative that he's pushing for.
I had my suspicions.
Oh, really? That's so cool. I like that.
Oh man. They've all been able to showcase their strength with creativity.
I'm genuinely impressed by the fact that everybody finished in the 8 hours
So this piece is
and
really a little bit
still has a piece that looks exactly like their style that you would see on their Instagram accounts. Like, they nailed it. These people are insane.
The base is one of the simplest, and still it feels coherent and cohesive.
Yeah, I really like the idea that he had, and I wish he'd really pushed that idea.
And instead of pushing the highlights, he dimmed the ones on the sword. So everything became flatter and flatter.
So much impact.
Yeah.
It has so much color. This is art in miniature.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is what we're looking for.
It's chaotic. It's 1 second you want to cry, 1 second you want to smile, 1 second you feel like you have this, and then suddenly you feel like, well, this is
Me every day, girl.
Welcome back, everyone. How's your nerves?
Not great.
Carla, how are you feeling?
8 hours of pain.
Yeah.
I'm done. My brain is gone.
Maxim, Mr. Chaos, things everywhere, things breaking. How did you feel?
I think I felt so much within those 8 hours that I cannot feel anything less anymore.
Moving on, we have 2 painters that are in our top and fighting for the advantage of next week's challenge.
You might ask yourself what that advantage is. And this timepiece, the watch on my wrist, represents 30 extra minutes for the next week's challenge, meaning you'll have a massive time advantage over every other contestant.
Okay, a time advantage for next week's challenge. I like that. I don't know if a half an hour is really going to be that much, but still.
I was expecting to be eliminated today, so I'm happy, I'm relieved, and I feel like I might have a shot. Maybe I can actually do this.
You can do this, girl.
I was hugely relieved. It was surreal for a person that is going back and forth.
Okay, I love that they kicked the absolute shit out of everybody. I feel like both of their color usage, their lighting usage, like look at the lines on the edges of, oh my God, it's so good. I mean, everybody did such a spectacular job, but like, damn, I'm surprised the horse actually, like I was kind of expecting it to be this one, the Night Lord, as well as the horse, not the Votan. But like, either way, it's super cool. Go ladies!
The one of you who gains the massive advantage for next week is... We couldn't actually decide, so both of you.
So they both end up getting the because they're like, we can't pick. They're both so good.
I didn't expect that. Like, honestly, I didn't expect that at all.
Was terrified and excited at the same time. I don't think I had this mix before. It's quite interesting, yeah.
Amalia, Anastasia, they managed to produce 2 freaking beautiful
That's great.
jobs today.
I think no one can deny.
I think they were. I mean, at least the Night Lord chick was definitely the last person to start painting. I think no, Amelia, the girl in the skirt, she started painting earlier because I remember she had paint on her base early into the competition. She just waited to paint the face until last because it was the most important thing.
You played it too safe, and also there are some value issues with your piece.
Trent, you are safe.
Thank you. Yeah, that was more nerve-wracking than I was expecting.
Okay, he's safe, but they did say that he played it safe. So who's the one? Oh my God, is it gonna be the Farsight guy?
Bring up here is Josh.
I think he's the one with the Farsight.
Story of your piece. You, when you had your blue hair.
Oh no, it's the orc.
I thought it was really clever that was the most vibrant thing in the focus, rather than making, the orc skin, which is typically the bright thing. But if you move forward, I want you to push yourself, make it more exciting.
Thank you. Josh, you're safe.
So I have a theory. They're not gonna eliminate anybody this round.
I know the rest of my contestants felt the same way.
Natalia.
No, they did not have to kneel.
Your non-metallics were one of the best, but the base is one of the simplest. Also, some issues with value and volume.
Natalia, you're unfortunately hanging loose today.
No! I liked her!
Oops. I really don't want to go home.
Carla, please take a step.
What an unceremonious, by the way, you're gone, goodbye? Like, normally you guys save that to actually be the last thing that you do. And then you kind of wrap the episode and talk about maybe what the next week's competition is. Are you going to eliminate someone else? Are you eliminating more than one person?
Take a step forward.
Carla, I loved your ambition. I was really impressed by the backdrop, and especially the water that you painted reflecting that sky. But I'd like you to lean into that ambience more. I really liked what you were trying to do, but I really think you could have pushed that.
Okay, thank you.
Carla, you're safe.
My mind is actually blown. I mean, what? What do you mean you wanted her to push the ambiance more? There was so much ambiance in that piece. Like, I actually don't quite understand what he means with that exactly. But I'm glad she's safe at least.
That I was gonna be eliminated or selected to be laid off today, but then I was safe and I was feeling.
I think she's actually gone.
I really don't want to be the first one to go.
We have 2 painters remaining.
Or maybe she is just on the chopping block.
Maxim, your piece was impactful, your story was beautiful, but it felt a little bit rushed because of your choice since the beginning.
Aaron, I loved your idea in the beginning. I thought the contrast of the old you and the new one was such a good idea. I personally felt like you almost changed your mind halfway through. You've got great ideas. Just run with them. I really think you can do some great work. So just be confident in yourself. You got
Oh, she's just on the chopping block? Okay.
The person that is safe today.
No, I don't think she got the axe. I think she's just on the chopping block.
What a crazy turn of events. I was scared for my life. Next to Aaron.
Okay, so so 2 of them are on the chopping block.
I don't want to go, but at the same time, I really didn't want to see Maxim go, especially after the emotional roller coaster he had had throughout the day. So it was it was tough.
So Natalia and Aaron, it's been a really, really tough decision. There were beautiful things with both of your pieces. Unfortunately, one person has to leave. It is, after all, a competition. And the person that stays...
If it's not the girl, I'm gonna riot.
It's actually both of you. We're letting both of you...
I knew it! I knew they weren't gonna fucking eliminate anybody in the first episode because they never eliminate anyone in the first episode. Because that would be asshole-ish. Okay, cool.
Yeah, huge relief. And yeah, just kind of raring to go next week. And
They critique everyone and then bring up the bottom 2. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I see what their tactic is now.
The result of today will carry on to next week, and your judging will be based on both your piece today and the one you do next week. So it's super important that both of you step up for next week. I want to see you jump up to the top. Yep. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, I kind of understand why. That seems a little harsh. Because, like, if they're already in the bottom, they can literally, like, they are at, I mean, I guess this is kind of the intention, but they're at a massive disadvantage. If they're now getting judged on, oh, well, we've already told you we don't like these pieces that you did. We have problems with them. So now you're already at, like, a negative score. And so your other piece next week has to be so crazy good.
Yep.
It's going to be brutal. I can't wait to see what they do.
So much for today. You've all been awesome. We hope to see you again next week.
Yay! All right, I'm glad no one left. That's exactly what I expected.
We will be back in just 1 week, and that episode will
Okay, and so another episode's coming out each week. I have seen that. I think there's at least 3 out right now, which is really cool, and I will probably be watching more of these.
Moving on to next week.
Woohoo! I'm so excited.
Would be to have to paint a bust or a display scale. I never finished a bust in my entire life, so I really don't.
Oh, come on, make her paint a bust.
Hope it's not next week.
I'm gonna take the judges' advice. I'm gonna push the ambience, and I'm gonna just kick it. Hopefully.
I'm really amazed at the work that came out of the entire group. I think it was a beautiful showcase.
It was a really impressive amount of, like, just insanely good work in such a short period of time from some very, very highly qualified artists. That is crazy. I love that. I can't believe hold on. I have to go back and find this. Like, how the fuck do they not think this is amazing? What? What do you mean you want the ambience?
The ambiance.
The ambiance. I am genuinely guffawed because I don't understand how this piece did not do better. Like, I mean, I understand, like, God, I mean, she painted a full miniature, did a full base, and did a backdrop. No one else did a backdrop. I am genuinely mind blown. Like, I am so happy that the two who won. I also like that they're like, oh, we're just giving both of you the extra time because we couldn't actually pick between you. By the way, no one's actually going home because that would be really rude of us. And no game show ever sends people home on the first round because you have to give people time to connect to the people in the competition for them to want to keep coming back and watching it. Like, that's half of what makes these things entertaining, is we as the audience go, oh my God, that person's my favorite. I really like their style and what they're doing, and I want to see them win. So if they were to send anybody home in the first round, it would probably hurt that element of the game show part of this competition. I'm honestly very impressed. They clearly put a lot of effort into this and a lot of time and consideration, especially considering they also clearly have flown a bunch of people out. I don't know where they're putting them up or if they're putting them up specifically or if the contestants are having to like pay for their own hotels, but I assume that like through some of the sponsorships, a lot of that's getting covered for them because I feel like that's normally how this stuff happens, but this is YouTube and not like a normal, you know, televised thing. So I'm not 100% sure, but honestly, very, very impressed. Super, super cool that they're doing this. And I definitely look forward to watching another episode with you guys. All right, I've ended the recording. Honestly, like, very cool stuff. I do think I am going to go and stretch my legs and take a short break. And then when we come back, we'll get to doing some hobby ourselves. I think that will be fun. You've watched a lot of Food Network competitions and they send people home in round one. Yes, but I feel like that's a little like, because like I've seen that happen in stuff like Chopped and everything. But normally on these ones where like it's a smaller group, there's only so many rounds, and it's like not to say that cooking isn't creative because it absolutely fucking is. But I think there is an upped level of creativity because you're physically painting and people kind of associate that kind of art with creativity more so than like cooking and such. And I'm glad they went with this choice because like I feel like Lego Masters, for example, doesn't tend to send people home on the first week's episode. They're also all very lovable people. Exactly. Like no one, I was worried that one of them was going to get on my nerves or just like, I don't know, be just like completely turn me off, but not a single person has done that. They all seem amazing and they all have insane skill. Like very impressed. This horse. But yes, I am going to go ahead and take a quick break and I'll see you guys in probably like 10 minutes. So we won't even, well before the top of the hour. And then we'll get to working on some other stuff. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Oh. For a second, I didn't think my mic had connected, but then it was just delayed. Hello, everybody. We are back. You might be going, Angela, what the hell is the R35 doing on the table? Well, the first thing I want to do before we actually get started on the main project, which is me priming some of the details on this Lighthawk sword, is I want to actually paint his tush, because when we painted him last, which was not on camera, I did not get all of his butt. So we need to fix that. We need to fix that because it's very obvious if you do a turnaround of him that that you can see it. So we're gonna clean it up and fix our problem here. Okay. Thankfully, I do remember the colors that I used on the Frenchman. Part of it was this yellow. I'm going to see, do a little bit of smoothing. Just because where the putty was sitting kind of built up some texture for us that I do not like. Should be fine, and then we're just going to darken this afterwards. I don't think I'm going to glue him in place. Just for transport purposes, I feel like it'll be easier if he's not. I'm doing a little bit more here. Get in between the legs a little bit more. In case that ends up being visible from like a top-down angle. I don't think it is, but I think this portion of his leg is actually just in the vehicle at this point, but just to be extra safe. It's gonna be my submission getting on the show next season, painting the soldier's backside. No, I don't think so. I think I would need to do something way more impressive, unfortunately. I'm just gonna let that dry for a moment. It was a really cool show though. I would love to watch more with you guys, especially since we're a little bit behind. I feel like we can keep up with it pretty easily since they're coming out with one a week. We can just watch one a week. It was a really fun competition. I honestly think if I had any legitimate actual critique for Squidmar about presentation and like the show itself, not necessarily like anything that they're having them do or materials applied or anything like that. Like I think they're all actually, like all of that has been really well handled. I think they picked great competitors. Like everybody has a personality to a level, but it's not, no one's like really obnoxious and no one's like clearly doesn't like fit in with the rest of them on a level wise, like a painting level wise, which is really cool. Like I think they got a really, really good group of people in for the competition. My one critique is when you are revealing what the show's competition is about, it is like, it's great that they wanted to have this big pile of miniatures for the competitors to pick from. And I'm really worried that that's going to be it every time because I have a feeling they're like, I'm very curious if down the line in this competition, the miniature painters are ever forced to all paint the exact same thing. And see if they can like and then the winner is just based off of like pure execution and such like that. Because part of what I think sometimes makes some of these competitions hard, and I can speak at least a little bit from experience of having judged at an IPMS competition, which suffers from, I think, a similar thing. Like, it's not really a problem. I feel like that's too hard of a word to use, but it is a challenge that comes with doing competition, like competitive painting and running competitive painting shows. If they are all not working on the same model, depending, like there is going to be bias basically, oftentimes because like inherently, because it's all going to be different things. So like if somebody paints from a faction that you as the judge like more, and they on top of that do an amazing paint job that you also really like, that like basically hits all of the technical things that you're looking for, but on top of it, it's also just a faction you like more, you're probably gonna pick that one. And you're not picking that one necessarily because they were the best paint job. You're ultimately making that choice because, well, I think both of these have the best paint job and I like this faction more. And so I'm wondering if they're ever going to do a thing where they have them all paint the exact same, like a bust, for example. Like, is everybody going to get the same bust to paint? That way there is no nuance coming into the design because somebody picked a like model they really know how to work with, or a style that they like really know how to work with. It's one of the interesting things about the Lego competition is that like ultimately it comes down to everybody is always on an even playing field, because realistically the only thing you have to use are the Lego bricks that Lego themselves have provided, which is like every brick they've ever made. So it really does come down to your understanding of those bricks and how to build them. Whereas in this, there is always going to be a subjective element, because you might pick a miniature or a bust or whatever that like one of the judges just loves or something like that. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Oh, bias totally explains some of their picks, and that's why it's going to be an interesting competition, and it's why painting competitions are so challenging to begin with. Because you're not told as a painter when you're going into a Golden Demon competition, hey, you all have to paint this miniature. It's paint whatever the fuck you want, put it in there, and we're gonna judge it based off of like how cool it looks and the techniques that you use and all of this stuff. And I understand they try to be as objective as possible, but the thing that people don't realize is there's always going to be an inherent bias. See, that's what I think too. Like, I think bias is why they were like so critical of the horse and really wanted her to push the ambiance, which the reason I'm so hung up on that is because I feel like it's kind of vague. Like that, I'm gonna look up what the word ambience means just because I do think I know what it means. I don't think I could like physically define it for you off the top of my head, but I feel like I think I know what it means. And I'm just like, how abstract. Yeah, it's the character and atmosphere of the place. What did they mean by it didn't have enough ambience? It had a backdrop with an ethereal smoke cloud that had insane lighting that matched what she did on the horse. I genuinely do not understand what they meant. I feel like, I think hers was like third place. Like, I think it went the two women who won and then her piece, if I'm honest. And they were like, we have to critique this in some way. We really don't actually have that much to critique on that. Tell her she needs to focus on the ambience of the piece, or the ambiance of the piece, and just move on from there. And cause like that, like, does it not feel hand wavy? Like, I feel like she already nailed it. respond to the judges. You keep using that word, but I don't think you know what it means. Yeah, I thought ambience was really tied to like the atmosphere of a piece, and I'm like, she has atmosphere. What do you want from her? Like, less atmosphere? I mean, it kind of sounds like you're asking for more atmosphere, and I feel like she's already given you, honestly, more atmosphere than anybody but the two that won. Because like, the girl with the Night Lord especially, like, had such, again, ambiance. But she had to, like, my headcanon now is that she was, in fact, actually the third place winner. And they didn't actually have that much to critique on her piece because they're like, well, we picked these other two because they nailed it a little bit more. But like, realistically, we don't actually have anything to help you improve. You're already insane. And I feel like that's where we're at. But still, I'm really interested to see how the two that got critiqued really hard are gonna come back in this next episode. But the judges would look at how I paint and they'd be like, what a pleb. Contrast colors. Where's your airbrush? Okay, I think that is gonna work. I know, they even, like, and they complimented her on that too. They complimented her on the reflection in the water. Hello, Northman, it's lovely to see you. And I'm just like, again, I feel like they had no actual, like, legitimate critiques because she did such an excellent job. She just didn't quite squeeze out the, like, being in the top two. And so they were like, throw out a word that, I don't know, maybe some people won't understand what we mean and they'll just be like, ah, yes, of course, she needs more ambience. All right, I'm gonna pull up a shot of the Light Hawk. Light Hawk Sword.
Hmm? Did you say hawk sword?
No, I said Light Hawk Sword.
Main things you're gonna need to paint.
Okay, that is not. Oh, well, thank you, Havman, but I feel like maybe they would probably be like, you have a lot of work to do. Okay, so this piece here needs to be yellow. These are red. And then this whole thing is purple. This image is mildly different from the print in design, and I want to talk to you about preference. Real quick, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm doing
this. Oh, okay, sorry. I just wanted to ask real quick on this picture. So the sculpt is not exactly the same. Do you want, there's one.
Let me deal with this.
Okay, I will. All right, then I will let you deal with that. Sorry. I will let you deal with it. I think.
Did this not post with a price? You see why I'm.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
No, it did. It just doesn't show when looking from your side.
Ah, okay, yes.
Because I'm like, where does it say what the
Weird.
price
Okay,
is?
so but it does have a price.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Got it. Whoa. Cool. That is great. Co-compete under the name of ambience. There we go. There we go. Like a sleeve? Oh, I think I know what you mean. I mean, doesn't all sword hilts kind of look like that then? It's a really cool design though. Excellent.
Okay, sorry, I was just checking on my side.
Yeah, I understand.
And it was.
Cool.
Oh, I hate UIs on some websites.
Yes.
Oh.
Here, let's focus on not that. So in this image,
Yeah, 'cause it's slightly different.
there's yellow here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want this to be part of that, or do you not?
Good question.
Because in this design, the bottom, like the ball part, is more of a heart shape, and that would kind of create more of that dip.
Yeah. I'm also looking at what other people
Have done with it?
I think it's been a little inconsistent on screen between series.
I could believe that. I could definitely believe that. Shocking. Shocking that the Tenchi Muyo sword is mildly inconsistent.
Yeah, I would say include it.
Mm-hmm.
Like do the dip in.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I'll do this entire thing in this little dip.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, admittedly, it's not one-to-one with the show example, but I'm looking at different examples and I'm like, they're all different.
Yeah, they're all actually kind of different. Okay, and then for the purple, just to it's the entire thing, right? Okay, and then I'm not gonna paint this portion, but I will do. Do you want me to do this?
No. Well.
It looks like it's painted on my image.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yes,
Yeah. So
like,
this should not.
This should not, but this like kind of hat that it has should be. Okay, cool. 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 Sounds good. Okay, you guys need to get your minds out of the gutter. Just because it is in a slightly fleshy color tone because it's printed in a wood does not mean that it looks like what you are describing.
The sword.
I appreciate you all, but no. Silly gooses. Oh my god, diesel gravy. You guys. I appreciate your minds and the gutter that they live in. It's a sword! Do you see? I mean, it does kind of look a little phallic, I will admit, even in the anime. But you know, what sword doesn't? We're just painting a happy little sword. A happy little Lighthawk sword. Which I will admit, every time I say, does actually kind of make me think of Berserk. Because they're Band of the Hawk, you know? And like, Griffith is kind of the light, so I just I associate it. Even though it's definitely not that. Ah, that's fair. It also has the very big, like, bulbous, because, like, if you hold it this way, like, I mean, come on.
Excuse you?
What? There we go. Aw, well, Neo, we've missed you too.
You already paint the soldier, or are you doing that last?
I already did it.
Okay.
Cool. I was just
let
looking.
him dry. Let him dry.
Yeah, I think he should be dry. I need to check and make sure that it's like I hit everything that was visible, but I think I did.
I'll tell you what. I'm actually going to take a shower.
Okay.
I haven't taken one yet today. So.
Sounds good. I will. Thank you. gonna get a second desk just for miniature painting? That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Do you know what kind of desk you're gonna get? Like, are you gonna get like a one that can do like standing stuff, or are you doing just purely sitting? That's so fun. Hopefully that'll encourage you to be even more productive with your miniature painting. "55" by 23, no, 55, wait. 55 feet by 23 feet? No. You mean inches, right? 55 inches by 23 inches? Nice. That's sick. It's always nice getting a new workspace. I find it helps me feel more productive. I presumed as much because I was like thinking about it. I'm like, that's a huge desk. I feel like maybe too large even. Can't be realistic. So the slightly smaller scale had to make sense, right? You love big things as much as the next guy, but would have been a massive desk. I know, right? At least it would have. You could have just done everything. Any hobby that you wanted on that 55-inch desk or that 55-foot desk, you could do it. I believe. You'd have all the space in the world. Get my reference back up. I think doing well. Need some more white paint here in a moment. That's for sure. Okay, definitely need more white paint. I am trying to always be painting something. I like to have new projects and lined up for myself. No, I can't wait to paint it too. It'll be really cool. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I think the first layer on this is looking decent. I'm gonna put a little bit more paint there, maybe there, this side. And then I forgot the top of that one. Okay. It's patchy, but we'll get more in there soon. I think we're gonna go ahead and switch now to doing the lower section. I wonder if they're gonna have on the Squidmar painting video or painting like show, if they're gonna make them paint terrain. I guess you don't just paint terrain for competition though. And they're probably picking things more based off of like what you might actually see at miniature competitions. And while terrain might be part sometimes of like a diorama, what if they're gonna have them do a diorama? That'd be cool. Yeah, no, I'm sure when I get it done, they'll be blown away by it for sure. Oops, got a little bit of white on me. Hopefully I didn't spread it anywhere that it shouldn't be. Hello, Odin. It's lovely to see you. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's not... It's just a sword hilt. Yeah, pervs. It's a sword hilt that happens to be made out of wood, okay? Calm your titties. Please. No, I'm kidding. It's genuinely fine. But I like how everybody who's come in is like, wait a minute, is that a phallic object that you're painting? You fool of a took. And I'm like, yes, in the sense that all swords are kind of phallic. Gosh darn it. Now. That's not what I said. Baubles are the thing I'm worried about messing up the most. I guess technically you're right, Raymond. They were often made of wood, aren't they? They just tend to wrap them in like leather or whatever, right? Excellent observation. Yep, that's what's been up since I started painting this thing, is it's just yeah, of course it was. It's soft and pliable. They didn't have silicone yet. Bronze? Do you mean like sword hilts used to be also made out of bronze very often? Oh, or the wood would be coated in bronze. Maybe that's what you mean. What? Oh, this? This pouch? Is this what you're talking about? No, it's a jelly drink. It's a peach jelly drink. Which has basically nothing in it anymore. Except for the little part that I just flung onto my counter. Or onto my table. Have you heard of Mr. Jelly? It's like that. No, it's not applesauce, but it's a jelly drink. They're very popular in Japan, probably some other Asian countries too. I'm not really sure. But I get it from like my local Asian market. They're quite tasty. And tend to have like real fruit in them of some variety. Or I can't say real fruit, but they have like a fruit flavor normally. Like my favorites are the peach one, the grape one, and the lychee one. Whose minis? I mean, one of the women in the competition we were watching earlier? Is that what you're talking about, Odin? Do they have lots of sugar in them? $10 grams. And then 10 grams of added sugar, so a total of 20%. They're only 45 calories. That's their nutritional facts. So like 13 grams of carbohydrates. Oh yeah, I would totally believe that you want to research your judges before you go into any kind of miniature competition, whether it's Gunpla or not. But see, that's my problem with competitions, is they're all going to be biased. Like, they can claim all they want that they're not going to be biased and that they're just going to go off of like technique or whatever. And I'm like, but there's inherently bias because you're going to like something more than the other. Your reasoning for why you like it more than something else might be because of the techniques or like, you know, things done, but it's still inevitable. So don't lie to me that there's no bias here. And I know there's bias because at one of my local competitions, one of the rules that was supposed to be, you know, the judges were supposed to hold to is if the miniature is incomplete, it shouldn't win. And one of the ones that won in a competition that I also submitted to with a fully completed model wasn't finished. It was a typhus and he was completely missing his flies. So I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like there's always bias, and if a competition is telling you that there isn't, like, they're freaking lying. Human beings are inherently going to have opinions on art. That's kind of like the point of it. You like the idea of doing the same figure? Yeah, I think that would be interesting because then you eliminate, like, for the first pass that they did on Squidmars, it makes sense to me because they're also trying to like establish who these people are, trying to kind of figure out their vibe based off of what model they pick and what story they tell, right? So that kind of makes sense. But like after that, I'm kind of curious if they have them all paint the exact same thing. Like who actually would win that one? Because I feel like these people are all roughly technically on like the same skill. It's just a matter of creativity, like in narrative sometimes that they seem to really differ on. And so I'm curious if like they all had to paint the same thing, what would happen? how different would they be? How similar would each competitor end up being? Because like maybe they all, like if like, for example, I'm imagining they all get an orc bust or something. Like, then you really are judging based off of how did you paint that orc skin? How beautiful and vibrant is it? Because it's all, like, you expect it to all be roughly similar, right? Because it's an orc, so you're gonna go with a green skin, like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's tropes about these characters that can be used and utilized by the artist to make a really cool, compelling piece. So like that seems like an interesting way for them to really like see what makes these people tick creatively. Because part of what I even feel like may have happened in the competition we watched today is like maybe they just picked a boring miniature. You know, one that the judges weren't super like into. Is that a factor as to why some of them like seemed like they didn't push themselves enough? Is because the miniature itself didn't really allow for that? I mean, I guess you could argue that like it's up to the artist to find a way to make the miniature more interesting then, or they should have picked a different miniature. But I'm like, you gave them like 10 seconds to choose. They don't have a lot of time to like actually realistically make this decision. So it's not like when they're actually going in for a competition and they can sit there and agonize over for like however long they want about what they want to do. But honestly, like, I think it's really cool, and I'm excited to see the next episodes. Like, I feel like I'm being a little critical right now, and I'm like, nah, I actually really enjoyed it, and I really am very curious to see who wins. How do I grow violet hair? I don't. I dye it. There's this miracle product that we humans have created called hair dye. And we've gotten quite good at it to the point where we can have really vibrant colors, right? Isn't that awesome? No, genuinely, I wish I could grow purple hair. I would be so thrilled if my hair was naturally purple, or really any kind of anime color, period. But no, I dye it.
A sign of some kind of serious health condition.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
So, by the way, while we're here,
yeah,
next week's stream schedule is going to be a little different.
Yes.
So Tuesday will be normal. Angela will be live at 1 o'clock with our new stream format. Yes, they do look very nice, don't they?
I was just trying to make sure the microphone was more towards you.
Yes, I am looking at the microphone. Look how nice this microphone looks. It is a beautiful microphone, and you all should be looking at it. So, now that I have your attention drawn to the microphone. Stream next week on Tuesday, normal time. There will not be a Thursday stream.
No.
We are doing more filming with Shay and Boba that day. Just hanging out, maybe. I don't know what we're doing, but they're over. So
yes.
Friday night's stream is going to be our first board game stream.
We're going to play Undaunted! Woo!
Yes. So we are going to play head-to-head Undaunted, the first probably 2 or 3 missions in the campaign, because the first couple are kind of small. It's looking great.
Cool.
Needs more layers.
Obviously. Real quick, sorry to interrupt. Do you want me to do the inside?
Yes.
Okay.
And then next Saturday, you will be back on your fan sites.
Yes. Yeah, next Saturday we'll be back on the fan sites over on Hobby After Dark. Doesn't matter which one. Just go to Hobby After Dark. And we will be having a stream there.
And then I think we're on normal schedule the week following that, with that following Saturday's stream. I think that's going to be on the 8th. Whichever Saturday is closest to the 8th, is going to be Angela's birthday stream.
Woo! Yes.
That fan stream will be on Saturday. I'm going to confirm it.
Yeah, I actually don't know what.
8th.
8th? Okay, cool.
Yep. August 8th will be Angela's birthday this week.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh. It'll be fun. Which game are we playing? Undaunted.
Normandy.
Undaunted Normandy, which is the first one. It is a very fun deck building war game. Historical war game. It's focused on, obviously, World War II. Hence the Normandy campaign. I do age, in fact. Believe it or not, like the rest of you, I do age. I grow older each year. By 1 year. Imagine if I had said like by 3 years. Or something crazy like that. I need to start planning what I'm going to actually do on that stream.
Your birthday one?
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't want to leave it to last minute, you know. I'm sure we can come up with some fun ideas. You guys are looking at some old-looking 25-year-olds if you think I look like a 25-year-old, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Lying straight through your teeth. It's true. Painting sword is what's keeping me young. Yes. Ignore the blood of the innocent that I bathe in every night. Okay, just pretend that that doesn't exist. And it's definitely the sword painting. I actually just steal the life force from all of my miniatures. Which doesn't make sense because they don't have life force, but don't think about it too much. Every time you think about the Emperor, you're actually just powering me. And allowing me to live forever. Ah, 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 ah. Odin, your statement, the wait, Haven, you've got a birthday coming up? I really wanted to be a jerk and just be like, off the top of my head, the first thing I thought of to say was, I mean, technically we all have birthdays coming up. Your birthday's always coming up the minute it passes, right? But I get what you mean. Oh my gosh. But I was like, duh. We all have birthdays coming up. Unless secretly some of you are undead and therefore not biologically aging, but like you're technically still aging. Is entropy real if aging always happens?
Yes. Entropy is the state of decay of the universe.
Okay, so it's really not about like aging, it's more just about decay. That makes sense because it's tied to Nurgle and everything, so.
Well, it's actually tied to energy.
I know it's I know it's real world, but I meant like in like fantasy relatable lore, not real world science. Ew. No, I'm kidding. I love science. I feel like I've just blasphemed against Senku. Oh my gosh, I love the gate signs, by the way, on the doors. You're very upset your egg got dropped off on this planet? Oh no, what planet did you want to be dropped off on? Gunnery sergeants aren't born, they're assembled from parts of other dead soldiers and then empowered with eldritch energies. Oh. Well, that's news to me. I had no idea. You are not just the Grim Reaper. You are not just a skeleton under the cloak, sir. Don't be such an edgelord. What? I make some great faces sometimes.
Oh, don't you?
Sometimes you feel a little like a zombie. Don't we all, though, sometimes? You really like Starfinder's take on the undead? They're flying around the cosmos in their giant skeletal spaceships. Nice. That's fun. It's kind of what the Necron are in Warhammer. Although I guess they're less flying around and just like chilling in their tombs on like a bazillion different planets because they were flying around like all those millennia ago. And now they're taking a big, long nap. Well, less than another. They're way more awake now, but you get what I mean. You're actually 3 monkeys in a long coat? I could, you know what? I will accept that. I believe that over a skeleton in a robe. Are you too nice to be the Grim Reaper? No. I just know that you're not the Grim Reaper. I think the Grim Reaper would be called the Grim Reaper, and you're called Havman. So, I mean, clearly you can't be the Grim Reaper.
I'm pretty sure the Grim Reaper was Ben Stiller.
Was he?
In fact.
Ah. See, also the Grim Reaper...
Also, the Grim Reaper man spoke with a Jamaican accent. I remember Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, the Grim Reaper to me is one of 2 people. It's either Grim in Billy and Mandy, or it's Grim Fandango. And you're neither, you're neither of those people.
You're just Hispanic.
And then you're just Hispanic. So like, and I don't think you are?
I think you're
question mark? I don't actually know.
Catholic, specifically. But.
Yes. But was his name, did that character have a name, or was his name?
Manny.
Manuel, that's right.
Herrera or something like that.
Yeah, so like you would need to be Emmanuel to be like
Manuel.
or Manuel. You would need to be Manuel to be the Grim Reaper. In Discworld, I've never read Discworld, but I've heard great things about it as a book series. I had a couple of friends in college that were like, that was their favorite book series, was Discworld. Is it Terry Pratchett? Okay. He passed recently, right?
A couple of years ago.
That's what I thought. I remember because I saw that friend post about it. She was very upset. Oh my gosh, Corsair, thank you. You want to see some new One Piece cards? I haven't bought any yet.
I was like, I feel bad.
We need to go and buy some.
You're the one who has the car and the money.
Okay,
so
well, we will go.
Kind of on you.
Yes, I understand. I understand.
I even took it off the screen because I was afraid of this.
Oh no. Okay, well, I unfortunately cannot open One Piece cards for you. I promise that by next stream, I will have some One Piece cards, and I will, Corsair, when you let me know that you're in chat, I'll open a pack for you retroactively. But in the meantime, pick one of these. Pick one of these.
So sorry.
Tarkir, Strixhaven, or Foundations? Let me know which one you want me to open, and then I'll open it. And then, yes, I will get some One Piece cards so we can open those in the future. I completely forgot he had a Jamaican accent in Billy and Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've listened to him talk. What a good show. Hello, the last 4646. You just wanted to say hi. And you like how my bum looks? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It is my best asset after all. Oh my god, I've never gotten to say it out loud. Yes. All right. I typed that so many times. It's my one joke. It's the one joke I have. You like Dark Things yourself since you have an abundance of skull tats? Nice. What's your favorite skull tattoo that you have? Like, is it from a specific, like, is it a skull, like, from an IP specifically that you love? Was it just, like, the artist did a killer job on it, and so you're like, fuck yeah, I love the look of this? Grim was your fave? Nice. Yeah, he was a great character. And yeah, I totally agree. Billy and Mandy was an awesome show. Oh, cartoons. How I miss you. Get out of here, Fiber. There we go. Okay. Starting to look good. I think we maybe need like one more layer on the side, and then we need to do this side entirely. So I'm actually gonna start working on that. Oh. It's like, do I have it? I do. My choice? All right. In that case, let me set that over there to dry. I do Strixhaven. Do some Strixhaven. There's a little tabby thing. All right. Rancorous Arachiac. Archiac? Procrastinate. Yes, I too.
Archaic.
Archaic? Oh, okay. Rancorous Archaic. Okay, sorry. Procrastinate. I too, when I procrastinate on doing my paintings, sleep on my palette. This toad is a mess. He's so cute though. Focus. There we go. Look how cute. He's got a little snot bubble coming out. Oh my gosh, Rob, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I will open a Tarkir pack for you right afterwards. All right. Stone docent? The docent.
A docent is someone who manages a museum and takes people on tours. The guy who led us around the
Oh,
Obi-Wan
but doesn't get paid for it.
I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay, cool. He's a spirit chimera. Ooh, a tenured concoctor. Look at his tusks. He's an orc. Or maybe a troll, I don't know. Rubble rouser. Zealous lorecaster. Page looseleaf. That was a legendary artifact creature construct common. Interesting. Sky Coach Waypoint. A lovely land. Blazing Fire Singer. Beautiful art. Root manipulation. That's what I'm doing with my plants. For my rare, I got a Postmortem Professor. Fucking sick as hell looking. Ooh, Spell Pierce. Instant, counter target non-creature spell unless it controls the controller pays 2. Okay. Then we've got a Masterful Flourish for our hollow, a nice common. Ooh, and we got a Hollow Swamp. Let's go! Double hollow. And then we've got a copy, as well as a spirit. All right, so that was our first pack. Thank you so much for that, Corsair. Set that over there, and Tarkir Dragonstorm. Let's go. Spoiler, we got spirit. Nightblade Brigade. Roamer's Routine. Ooh, oh my gosh. Spoilers. Dispelling Exhale. That's cool. I like the art. Bearer of Glory. Twin Bolt. Twin Bolt deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Okay, cool. That's fun. Cruel Truths. Monastery Messenger. Dude, look at that bird scout. Beautiful. Bewildering Blizzard. Frontline Rush. Dude, look how colorful that card is. They use the entire rainbow. Kind of love it. Opulent Palace. Ooh! That's cool looking. I don't know if it's valuable. Runescale Stormbrood.
Dude, that's a cool one.
Right? It's only an uncommon.
Okay, so probably not then.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Hold on. I accidentally. Yeah, that's still very cool. All right, so we got Winter Nights Stories for our rare. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. All right, interesting. Then we've got Worthy Cost as our hollow, just a common. And then Blossoming Sands. And then Spirit alongside our... Oh, we got double Spirit.
Yes, we do. We got spirit.
How about you? Okay, well, this must be, I guess this this like border must be the showcase style. It's really cool looking. I don't know if I feel like I've seen that many of this show. I guess I haven't opened. I don't feel like that's true. I feel like I have opened some Tarkir Dragonstorms recently, but like, I don't remember that showcase style. That was really awesome. You need to go douse yourself in some cold water? Oh my gosh. Well, see you later, Captain Comic Geek. Let's check and make sure his bum is now perfectly painted and covered. Yep, enough that it will pass for a turnaround. Hell yeah. All right, let's grab the sword back, grab our paintbrush, re-wet it. And then start painting again, but on this side. I also need some more paint. No, I didn't hear anything about the 49ers head coach. What happened? Is it changing? I have not heard. Okay, that looks better. Oh shit. Well, I'm glad he's like I'm glad he survived, but that sucks. So he was in a car accident and broke like a bunch of different things. Shit. Well, do you think it's gonna like majorly impact their training then? Because he's not gonna be there? I mean, the way that you're talking about it makes it kind of seem like that's gonna be like a really huge factor. So do you think they're gonna suffer? You think this is just not gonna be their year? Or their season, I guess? I mean, after being in the initial, like, okay, you broke a bunch of ribs, you have all these stitches and everything. Like, I would imagine at a point he, like, because, like, as a coach, I mean, you're mostly standing and talking, right? So, like, couldn't he sit and talk and still be fine?
More to than that.
I mean, I know they're, like, out there and, like, watching so that they can literally be doing their job and such, but I feel like he'd be able to sit and still do his job. I'm just curious how limited he's going to let himself end up being in regards to the training season, you know, because I feel like some people get really stubborn when they get injured and they're like, no, I'm actually fine. Please just let me go and sit and do this. Like, my brain is still all here. I'm very capable right now, and I want to think about this thing because it's going to distract me from the fact that I fucking broke my 3 ribs and my wrist, and I have all these stitches in me. Okay, that makes sense. What does that mean when a coach is, like, hands-on in that regard? Because, like, I get what being a hands-on, like, coach when you're, like, teaching cooking or painting or, like, something else, but, like...
Throw the ball, you run, you show them the angles, you do things.
Okay, so you are just being more physical and actually doing... Okay. I don't actually know much about the 49ers coach. Is he himself a former, like, player? I don't know how often that's common or not. Okay, I assumed it would be because...
At the very least, they played something.
Right, like, I mean, I kind of assumed it had to be because otherwise, how would you be qualified to teach or to coach a bunch of other grown-ass men?
You'd be shocked.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, a coach, like, putting his hands on, like, these very, like, what I assume is macho dudes and, like, to be like, lift your elbow or something like that. And it just feels very foreign. did so well on the other side, and I'm like, I've cleaned it all up, but I had some capillary action stuff do some things, and I'm like, no, stop it. Cease and desist, please. I mean, that makes sense. I think because they are grown giant human beings of men, I just kind of assume there'd be more of a, like, attitude problem or something about, like, the players not wanting to be touched or whatever, but I guess it makes sense that you're just going to, that's part of the gig. How would their practice facility being next to a power station cause injuries? Are they getting electrocuted? Because then, like, maybe I can understand it then, but, like, unless they're getting electrocuted, I do not understand that statement. Maybe they're claiming it's noise and therefore distracting, and so they're not fully at attention to, like, what they're doing, and so they fuck up and, like, get injured. But I mean, like, that feels like a stretch. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it just sounds like conspiracy bullshit. Like an excuse that a superfan might make to justify why they have the injuries. It's not like, you know, spontaneous injuries happen just regularly in all sports. Nah, it couldn't be that. It has to be the power facility. That's clearly what's causing these players to get injured. Not the fact that human beings get fucking hurt sometimes. That's good. Good. Blame the power plant. I mean, athletes notoriously play injured all the time, right? I know pro wrestlers in the past used to. I don't know if they do as much now. I think they're...
Harder to do now.
I was gonna say, I feel like the on staff medical people. Well, that, and also like I would assume the doctors like are pretty strict about like the on like the ringside doctors are probably like, nah, you probably shouldn't. Let's not risk that. But I can't imagine that like football players are any different. Then again, I actually don't know how football players get like paid, so I don't know if they're paid per game or if they're just like, because I think they have salaries, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the details.
That's what I thought. So maybe they do like take time off pretty easily because they're like, well, that feels like it could be a strain. I'm gonna sit this one out for the next, I don't know, week and a half. Thank you for subscribing, Killsaw. You think it's their shoes combined with the turf? I mean, that feels more logical than the power plant. Well, yeah, I mean, and head injury should be taken extra serious. They do get game checks, so when they miss a game, they lose a whole game check. I assumed that was probably the case. I assumed that had to be the case. No matter how many millions their contract is, usually only a certain amount of it is guaranteed. Yeah, that makes sense because they're getting paid for those games and such. So if they build those games, then cool. Then they you know, they get the rest of that salary. But if they don't, then well, then they don't get it. That makes sense. Ah, that's what the fines come out of too. Okay, that makes sense. How often does that happen? I don't watch enough football to know how often they're getting fined.
I think it happens at least once a week in the league.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just talking about like maybe on average because they get fined for all kinds of crap.
Oh, okay. Like, is it kind of bullshitty crap, like, sometimes? Or is it, like...
Oh, in the sense that sometimes the players are idiots.
Oh, okay. How does that look for the inside?
That's great.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would imagine that most sports contracts would have incentives in them for the players. Like, when you say that, that's how they should go back to being. Like, what's changed? What kind? Like, do they not do incentives at all, or are they just like very different incentives, and you want them to have different incentives again? Like, go back to the old incentives. They're that picky about their uniforms, really? I mean, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. They have to have their socks pulled up, like, heaven forbid. Fair enough, I guess. This makes me think of, like, back in the day in WWE when Vince, like, made them wear either suits or athletic wear and nothing else. Do they still do that, actually? I don't know. TKO might still have them do that.
I think they might, but I think there's a lot more, like, casual wear now. Because
Okay.
they have a lot more tie-ins.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, what was that one athletic brand that they had that tie-in?
Under Armour.
Under Armour, that's right.
They own the IP.
That's right. They own Under Armour. So, like, I know, like, I started seeing so many pro wrestlers just constantly wearing Under Armour to try to just not have to fuss with that, because none of them wanted to wear suits, or I mean, like, a lot of them did, and I'm sure some did, but well, the coaches and, like, the owners of the teams need to get some of their money back. Obviously, they don't make enough. Do any of you guys watch Banana Ball? Because I love Banana Ball. Banana Ball's awesome. Yeah, Banana Ball is very hilarious. It is, I personally, and I'm sorry for anybody who is a baseball fan out there, I think it's a more entertaining baseball. Mostly because I actually think their 2-hour time limit is like genuinely the most genius thing of their rule set. Mostly because I genuinely think the thing that kills some sporting events is when it is a really slow game, nothing's happening, and people just get bored, right? Like, the best thing about sporting events is the home runs, or the big plays, or the touchdowns, etc., right? So if you have a game where none of that shit's happening, it's pretty boring, even if you're live. Because the crowd's energy dies, like the players are kind of bored and probably frustrated, and you can probably start to sense that as the in-person crowd, and then it just kind of makes everything else shitty. And so, like, because Banana Ball literally is like, we will not let this game go for more than 2 hours. 2 hours, it's over. I think that really works with the crowd because something's always happening, and you know this event is going to be a certain amount of time. Like, you can be like, oh, I'm probably going to spend about 4 to 5 hours in total getting to and from and then experiencing said event. And you can, like, that is a good plannable thing for families. And I genuinely think it is going to be the thing that makes it super, super awesome and popular. I hope. That's my hard theory. / prediction. Isn't Griffball the fantasy football for Corvus Bellius or something? Or is that from Final Fantasy?
No.
What is it from?
However, I am not surprised you do not remember Griffball.
Yeah, I genuinely don't remember Griffball. What's Griffball?
It was very popular on something that you won't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
For it was called Game Night.
What is
You did
game
the meme
night?
wrong.
I know. What is game night?
That's the meme. She asked what is Game Night.
Yeah, I remember. Wait, so they played Griffball on
I remember Griffball was a thing that they ended up inventing in Halo multiplayer.
Oh.
And I think there isn't something else called Griffball out there, but that's where I know Griffball from.
Okay. Is that what you mean, Kamikaze Barrel? Or is there something else called Griffball? You lived in Savannah. Best era of modern baseball was the steroid era. My goodness.
Wait, they lived in Savannah?
Yeah, apparently Odin Fit apparently lived in Savannah.
When did you live in Savannah, Odin Fit? I lived in Savannah from 2005 until about 2012.
Yeah, we're from there. That's why we're
We are scatties.
Yes, we're scatties. Disgusting. Oh my god, I haven't heard that term in ages. Good lord, talk about a flashback. Dude, I felt so old earlier today.
Why? Because someone thought you were 25?
No, I mean that did also happen, so that extra helped. No, the kid that runs the succulent shop, he turned 24 today.
Okay.
And I'm like, you're only 24? What? I am so old. Oh my god.
Oh.
I just was like, what? Oh, also the other reason I felt old was because he was telling me that his cousins were calling him Unc. And I'm like, what does that make me, Grandma? Like, good lord, if you're Unc.
I mean, you're gonna be boomer here in like a year and a month.
No!
2 years and a month. I'm the one who's only got like 10 months to go or something.
Okay, hitting 40 does not turn you into the boomer generation.
Well, I know, but Unk is 30, so...
No. You just looked up what Banana Ball is and you 100% would go to those games. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. I forgot to explain it to people who didn't know what it was because so many people were actually, genuinely, I was actually very happy to see so many people knew what it was. So Banana Ball is it's a form of baseball that was invented in Savannah, Georgia out of one of the local baseball stadiums there. I can't remember the gentleman's name who actually like runs Banana Ball.
The man in the yellow suit. He picked Savannah because the location was available from the former Sand Gnats stadium, which I actually did attend a couple of games at that stadium while it was still the Sand Gnats, once again being a bit Unk myself. But yeah, sorry, just to continue that, because I don't think he was from Savannah.
I don't know if he was from Savannah either.
I think it was just the Savannah location was available and within the price range of what they wanted to do.
Right, that makes sense. And Savannah Bananas sounds really good, like because they are the Savannah Bananas. And so, yeah. So basically, it is a game of baseball played within a 2-hour limit with some special rules that make the game honestly a little bit more entertaining than just standard baseball for the average family. Especially child. There's a lot of dancing that happens. Like all of the teams do TikTok dances like mid-play as part of their entrances. Like they do like huge sing-along things. They have rules like if a fan catches a ball, then I believe the person is like automatically out or something like that. Because there's
if a fan catches a flying foul ball,
right,
it counts as an out.
Yes. So like there's a ways where that the creators of this version of baseball have made it, one, more interactable with the fans, two, constantly having things going on. Like basically,
if I may outline the three things, because the thing about Banana Ball is there's three things. One, it's very social media entertainment focused. So between plays and such, there's a lot of bluntly TikTok dancing, skits, honestly some pro wrestling bullshit, that sort of thing. The second thing is scoring works by whoever wins an inning actually gets a point. Doesn't matter how many actual runs you score in a single inning, you can only win points based on the inning. And third is that the game time limit that Angela spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
But it also means that they can end. So all those things sort of combined result in an entertaining 2-hour affair that you're guaranteed will only last that long.
Yes.
It also adds a bit more strategy to the game because even if you like got a hot streak going, you may not want to tire people out if you've already won an inning. There's also the fact of the matter that, well, if you win the first 5 innings, the game's over.
Yep.
And finally, they do have some other rules for things like ties and how walks work is actually different from normal baseball.
I believe there's also...
Without graphics, it's hard to go into detail.
Right. I also think there's additional like ways for them to score points by doing trick shots. So like if you catch the ball in a fancy way, or if you hit the ball.
There is, I believe, a bonus point scored to the team that gets the most trick plays throughout the game.
Right.
So once again, going into the TikTokification, it encourages them to do like backflips before they catch a ball or something like that.
Right. And that's also a way that they end up being like keeping themselves entertained while they're out there, as well as the audience entertained while things are either slower or maybe like just like something exciting happened, but you're adding to that by doing like a crazy flip or whatever.
Imagine, if you will, the Harlem Globetrotters, but instead of them simply playing the Washington whatevers they were, I don't remember, they're also playing a Harlem Globetrotter team. Now, that's playing it up maybe a little too much because the Harlem Globetrotters were very
scripted
and all of that. But basically, that's the idea. Is it's sort of a league that all the teams are doing Harlem Globetrotter shit all of the time. And you know when you go to a game that the game will be over by 8 o'clock.
Like I said, I think the most valuable thing the Banana Ball has going for it is that a parent, and I want to like focus on this, or like even as a date. Okay, let's say you're taking
Very family oriented.
Like it's very family oriented, but you could also take a girl on a date to this show and have it be like a good amount of time where you can end up chatting with her or whatever in between plays. It's going to be always entertaining. There's going to be like a bunch of shit going on, plus there's the food and all of that. And you can know, like you can then tell that person, this is the kind of date I want to take you on. Would you be interested in that? It's going to be roughly this time from start to finish. From like, I pick you up, we drive there, we get seated, we watch the thing, and then we leave. Like, and you can really like hone in on like a time because you know that the event itself, because they're also very professional, like it starts on time, it starts when they say they're going to, and it ends when they say they're going to. Like, so you know that that's going to be like just a guaranteed win, I feel like, in regards to, I told you it was going to be this roughly this time for this thing that I want to do with you, and it was roughly that thing that, you know, or roughly that time that they wanted to do with you. I don't know. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I think I'm pretty much done. What do you think of
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Awesome. Sweet. I'm just going to let it dry. The one thing I will say is when you rest it on things, you'll either want to definitely do it on like this.
Oh, it wants to rest on balls.
Constantly. I've had to repaint the very tips of these balls like a bunch of times. Okay. So when we do finish it and you put whatever like metallic or whatever that you're going to do for the gem, I would do a glaze. Yeah, so that it's...
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to do that anyway because they're meant to be gems.
I kind of assumed...
So I was planning on doing some kind of...
I assumed... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, is like put a gloss coat over it. And I kind of assumed you were because I knew they were gems, but I'm calling it out because I've already had... Like I've kept flipping it and going, I swear to God I painted that. Oh, of course. And yeah, I think that is what I'm gonna wrap us up with. You lived in Georgia for 6 to 8 months when you were 2 to 3 years old. Nice. It's a really fun fan base, Brandy. And if you do want to watch it, they do stream it. Like Havman said. So like I think they stream like every game. And you can watch the old games as well. So if you want to go back and like kind of see their evolution, because frankly, it's kind of fascinating to see. They started with just 2 teams. It was, I believe, the Savannah Bananas, which of course is the first team, and your main like pro tag, I guess, like the fan fave, I suppose. But then there was also the like Firefighters, I think was the other first team. I think it was the Firefighters.
Was it not the Texas guys?
No, those guys came later. I think it was the Firefighters. They all have like funny themes.
Party animals.
Oh, sorry, the party animals. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So, okay. So it started off as just being the Savannah Bananas and then the party animals. And then now I think there's 6 total teams within the league. The other thing that I think is really cool about it is it's intergender. So I have seen, I think both the party animals and the Savannah Bananas and possibly some of the other ones have some female players on them, which is also really cool. That they don't like gender it and everything. It's just both sides get to play. Which I just think is really neat. I just think Banana Ball is great. Everybody should watch it. Follow their YouTube page. Yeah, party animals, you're right. I was wrong. Good evening, Black Country Nerd. It's lovely to see you. Oh, no problem. No problem at all. If you were in another Discord doing hobby stuff, that is fantastic. I love that you were doing that. Did you get to work on anything fun? I've got a little, like about 10 minutes before we are ending things. I don't have the project is basically done. We watched a couple videos together and then we painted this up, which is looking really good. Obviously this is just the prime color. CC is gonna add the other colors later. Not actually my project, I'm just helping with it. But I did get his butt painted and he looks good. So you'll see a video on this, I think tomorrow, or Monday.
What?
On the R35.
I hope to tomorrow. I'm hoping.
Woo! But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. So as CC said earlier, to just go over the rest of the schedule for this week, or this coming week, I will see you guys on Tuesday for a normal stream starting at 1 p.m. Pacific or your regional equivalent. We will not be streaming on Thursday, however. I'm taking that day off because I'm going to have Shay and Boba over and we are going to be hanging out and getting some content. And then on Friday, we will be playing a game of Undaunted Normandy. So we'll have a board game night for you. I'm really excited about that. CC and I will be playing against each other in a historical war game called Undaunted Normandy, and it is a deck builder. I love it. I've talked about it on the channel before, so if you're a longtime fan, you may or may not remember Undaunted Normandy. But it's been a while since I've played. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are going to be there for that. And then on Saturday, I will be back on Hobby After Dark. So doesn't matter which page you go to, both of them will have the stream available. And we'll be streaming Saturday afternoon, probably starting at 3 p.m. And yeah, that will be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And then we should be back to a pretty standard schedule after that. We just had a couple, like this month has been very hectic. We've got a lot going on, but it's been fun. And honestly, I'm very glad to have a lot to do. So that's been really cool. All right, guys. All right. If she goes, you go, Odin. That makes sense. You gotta follow the wife, right? I hope you guys go. Like genuinely, they do circuits. So they're not just in Savannah. Like they travel around. I don't know what their current touring schedule is, but like I would genuinely encourage you guys, if you want to do it as a date night, please do. That would be so fucking cute, and I hope you guys have a blast. Every time, I've never been to a live show, but I've watched it a bunch on YouTube, and it always seems very entertaining. And I think going to a live show would be so freaking cool. So I hope you guys do. Genuinely, I really hope that you guys do. But I'm going to head off now. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely hobby night, and I hope to see you guys on Tuesday.